What's up, everybody? It's Cliff. Happy Tuesday. Welcome to another wonderful, beautiful, exciting episode of Adventures from Amethil. No pre-show, so we just jumped right in this shit. Hey, and I heard a chat, so we're gonna hear a noise. Yep, it's in. Oh no. And then Melissa's doing hers. Is he gonna do it right after? Oh god, and John.
Jump right into
it. For some reason, it's not showing Melissa's icon, though. What the hell? How did you renew again?
I don't know.
Oh god. There's so many noises going on right now. I'm gonna have a stroke.
Oh my god.
The break.
Yep, so we're gonna go ahead and do this again. So let me get this website loaded up here so I can cut off these sounds after one. Okay, there we go. I'm just gonna load this up. I know I'm gonna have to pop back and forth 3 or 4 times on this, so this is gonna stay. So, hi guys, how's everybody doing? As you could probably see, we have everybody point that way. Point that way.
Does it work for me?
Wrong way.
Wrong way.
This way. This way. We got someone else here. Jake will be joining us as our 4th player, but I have purposefully concealed all information of his character from the stream. Because that's how I roll. We're gonna go with this, and then we're gonna go with this, and we're gonna stop those alerts from popping back up. So yeah. So with that being said, oh hey, there it goes. It's showing it now. Yep, you're good now. So thank you both for the resubs. Twitch API. Also, if you're talking, I can't hear you. We'll let her figure that out. So who wants to do...
I know what's going on.
Who wants to do a recap for the night?
I will, if no one else wants to.
If I need to remind anybody of this, we have John, you have 8 player points. Melissa, you have 7. Sin, you have... Oh, I'm sorry, Melissa, you have 6. Sin, you have 7. Jake, you have 2. I'm gonna count last week as 1 for you, and then you get 1 for being here.
Unless Jake wants to do it.
I missed the end, so it wouldn't make sense for me to do it.
Don't worry, it doesn't make sense half the time when they do it either.
I do a good job.
So anybody want to do this? All right, Sin,
really close to cap.
I did it last week, so I don't want to do it.
I did it 3 weeks in a row. So
I have anxiety. And I didn't take notes.
Let's see. Not that much happened.
Yeah, I know.
So as soon as we started off, we did a recap of what everyone did during the 2 days leading up to the event. The king and queen did their little townsfolk greetings, making sure everything was going good in their kingdom. Batsu and his crew were getting everything set up. He was doing the arena, everyone else was doing their own thing. And on the day of the Frost Guard Festival, everyone woke up. Vardrak and Vakta started doing their morning thing, so Batsu left. He went to the tavern to get some breakfast, where he met up with the mage from the Mage's Tower from Durian. As soon as Vardrak and Vakta finished doing what they were doing, they came, got some food too. Everyone had some form of giant meat that they were eating. Vardrak requested a unicorn. So we all had some unicorn meat.
I hear that's high in protein.
as soon as we're actually in the middle of like their breakfast, we needed to get everything started already. So Batsu took off towards the arena to get that situated, and Vardrak and Vakta made their royal appearance before the crowd. They sat down at a designated seating for them, while Batsu went to the middle of the arena. They did their fights, 3 different fights, one with an archer and a mage, which the archer won.
Hell yeah.
Second one with a dwarf warrior and a mage, and that was just dwarf destroyed them. And the last one with 2 mages was even more one-sided. That mage that won that just almost did it in 2 rounds. Soon as those 3 fights were over, they got word that the Queen of Durian has arrived. So they left the arena and let that continue playing out. The Vardrak and Vakta went right up to meet the Queen. She was being lifted by 4 guards and had more guards in front and behind her.
6 guards.
6 guards. Okay.
And then there was 2 in front and 2 behind.
Yeah. So she arrived. Her and Vardrak were going over a lot of stuff. Let me see if I can remember all of it. So one of the first big things was the Queen wanted to see what the money that she gave us was going to, which she thought was going to an army, and not really an army here. So Vardrak was like, yeah, we had to take care of that demon. We have to have a place for the army to stay. So we've been improving on the town first. What was after that? Next thing, we needed land. If we don't get it, the dragon might get it, and that started a whole thing. She took it as almost a threat, and they were going back and forth saying how the dragon's been here for a while. He's already living on your land. Queen didn't know of no dragon. If dragon made itself an enemy, the queen would deal with it, all that. They ended up deciding on 3 miles, if I'm right, to add to the kingdom, centering on where it's at right now. After that, they decided to go in and drink right before the queen fucking ratted Batsu out on something. So they all went into the tavern.
Don't gloss over that. It's gonna come back around to you.
So Batsu goes into the corner of the tavern and just starts drinking away his problems, while the Queen and Vardrak are going over gods and artifacts. Apparently one landed in a crater in the sea somewhere, or it landed and it made a crater. It's somewhere in the sea on the bottom of the ocean, and we need to get that because it might be the gods trying to help us. But that's just all speculation right now. She was saying how Vardrak doesn't know the full story of his god, and to go somewhere to learn the full story. They were arguing about who's right, who's wrong for a while, and they decided to go out and enjoy the rest of the festivities. So she sobered Vardrak up, and they went out to back to the arena. Batsu did not get sobered up. He stumbled over there very drunk and pretty much joined in the crowd of people that were cheering on the fights while the royals took their seats. And in the middle of everything, the jackal appeared and was holding his sword out, trying to challenge someone. And he looked at Batsu for a second, and Batsu accepted the fight because no one decided to sober his ass up, and no one tried to stop him. So he jumped in. He made contact with one hit, I think, out of like 6 that he did in one round. Then the jackal just destroyed him and was about to like kill him before Vardrak stopped the fight. He flipped his blade around and was handing it to Batsu. Batsu grabbed it, and the thing just smashed to the floor. He couldn't lift it at all, and walked over him, looked at Vardrak, and said that he needed to talk to him.
That was a fantastic recap, Sin. Everybody, go ahead and give Sin a round of applause. All right, so that takes you up to 8 player points. To get the house cleaning things out of the way, yes, Jake's information will be available, like his social, his credit card number, for all of your enjoyment. So if you guys want to do Table of Fate on him, you're gonna have to wait because he's not officially part of the story yet, so you can't do that. All redemptions are back on, so you guys can do stream loots redemptions. You can do all of your Table of Fate redemptions. Everything is back to normal. In case you were curious, this is Stream Loots, which is the interactive, like digital card collection thing. What else? So alerts are still working, but they're not. So you will hear them, maybe more than intended. But I will try to get that. I will try to snipe that out as quick as I can. And what else? What am I missing here? That's all I really got. So with that, I am going to attempt to play the intro. No guarantees, but I'm going to attempt. Oh, hey, that's why. Hold up. I just now noticed something here. Let me pop into my
Got
settings.
to press the on button.
I forgot to
Incoming
turn it
swings.
off and turn it back on.
Basic IT, Cliff. Come on.
Yeah, come on.
I know. It's my fault.
And Bob made the joke in the chat.
Exactly, yeah. Shit, I don't have this set up for seconds. I have it set up for frames to 2000. I think I see what my issue might be here. 2123 ms. Let's try that. No promises. I'm sure it won't work, but
see what happens.
Yeah, exactly.
I see what you did there, John.
Yeah. Relevance.
Ooh, speaking of that.
What are you doing?
Didn't do my
Things?
random dice roll.
Stuffing things?
All right, so we're gonna try to be slick about this because it's not doing it how I want to do it. So I'm gonna do this. Hold on, we're gonna go boom, and then boom. Still didn't do it. Perfect, exactly how I planned. Boom, and then studio mode, live, transition. Still didn't do it. Phenomenal.
Close to
Exactly how
professional.
it's supposed to do it. So So this. This still isn't gonna work. We don't have an intro today. We're going
10 out of
live.
10.
All right.
All right. So I'm not even play the intro. Seriously, I'm just done.
Adventures from Amethil.
Boo.
You're not fooling me. That's not the big.
I didn't see a sword and a title screen.
All right. Well,
Put the sword back.
Echo.
all right. So, the jackal hands a sword to Batsu. Batsu grabs it and just instantly arm pinned to the ground while he's holding it. He walks straight up to Vardrak between the two queens and says, "We need to talk."
Vardrex says, it appears that we do. If you give me just a moment to excuse my guest, I'll be right with you. Fair enough?
He nods, turns, and walks over to grab his sword.
Okay, what do I got to roll to inspect this thing?
I thought you were about to swing on him.
Perception.
All right. Come on, didn't work for me.
And I guess before you roll that, what exactly are you trying to find out about it?
Just craftsmanship stuff.
Oh yeah, perception's fine.
Oof.
It's a scimitar with a blade that appears to be made of gold. Its handle is wound in a very durable gridded fabric, and there are jewels on the hilt. And there's no reason that you can put together right now as to why this thing should be that heavy.
And doesn't even try to lift it anyway. Just lets go, stands up, and just looks over at Vardrak, like with this done face.
At the end of the last session, Vardrak did call for the healers to tend to Batsu immediately, so.
Nah.
Sorry, Batsu.
Yeah, so a couple of the priests come over and cast some spells. Batsu, give me a D100 roll.
That's the same thing, right?
The fuck?
I mean, that works, I guess. So they heal 41 of your health up.
Vardrak is going to he's gonna like reach out to like help the queen to her feet and like start escorting her off of the little platform that they've been sitting on. He says, well, my lady, it seems that it is time to wrap up this little visit of ours. I do hope that is not our last. And as he's like walking with her a little further away, he's like, I'm sure you see what is tied to his side as well as I did. So this would not be a good place for a lich to be at the moment. Would you not agree?
I agree, but I can't say that I'm not curious about this.
I am too. And when I have an opportunity to speak with him, I will happily fill you in the next time we meet. But right now, I have no idea what he's up to.
Very well. I will send someone in the next few days with the information for the agreeance of the increase to your property.
Excellent.
And if you need anything else, you know where we are.
Exactly. And you know where to find us. You are always welcome here. And I hope from now on we can consider each other friends. Yeah? Yeah?
Let's start with allies.
He's like, okay, I insist. Gonna make you friends with me. It's gonna happen.
I'm gonna make you love me.
He looks back over to Vakta and he's like waving her over. And would you please see our guests outside the gates while I tend to our new unexpected guests, my lovely?
Poor Starling. She's gonna turn to the queen and offer her arm and be like, if you would walk with me.
And she links arms with you, and you and her entire entourage of guards make
Gal
your way out.
pals!
And then Vardrak's going to head back over to check on Batsu.
Yeah, he's just like standing there against the ropes, just like staring you down right now.
It's like, you good?
He like lifts his arm, there's a big gash on him. He's like, yeah, I'm good.
What? You challenged them.
Sin, give me a constitution roll.
That's gonna be great.
Nice.
So from that little bit of a skirmish that you had there, you are completely sober at this point.
Oh, I'd sobered him up before the fight. Hit him with lesser restoration.
Yeah. I forgot about that. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
You're doubly sober.
You're like so sober.
And he jumps over the ropes to be on the same side as you, and grabs his hood or his jacket from Dante and puts it on and just stands behind you. He's like, just go see what he has to say.
I know we haven't had a moment to talk about this guy, but last time we met, we were allies. Every time we meet him, I can never be sure about that. So be on your guard.
That's rude.
Have your men just keep the festivities going, but I'm gonna need you with me.
Yeah, I didn't plan on just letting this guy walk away without hearing what he had to say.
I don't get to be there to listen. It's just dumb.
I look back at Dante and I'm like, keep it going.
And then Vardrak's going to walk over to the jackal and says, come, let's go somewhere away from this noise so we can talk.
And he nods. He just starts following you, and he's walking with now has his scimitar sheath, and you see that the gold chains that are wrapped around the Necronomicon are wrapped around his waist as well, almost like a belt. And he has the scimitar just tucked between his leg and the chain.
And he's going to guide them kind of over to an open area where the queen is going to be exiting, so Vata can see where they're at, so she can join them when she's done.
Okay. So you're going into the city, or are you staying around the outskirts of it?
Staying within the walls.
Okay. So yeah, so he follows you to where you're going. And I'm trying something here.
Castle Foundation seems like a good spot to talk.
Yeah, we're gonna go there.
Did the map not pop up for you?
It's
It's
gray.
So gray?
Super gray.
Why? But why?
I think it's great.
Aw.
So great.
Spending too much time about.
I've been making puns long before I knew him. But yeah, also too much time. He's right there. Don't worry about it.
All right, so let's just pretend that you guys can see, and you're standing by the foundation of
The new
castle.
castle.
Mhm. It's really a keep more than a castle, but you know,
I'll take it.
right? Yeah, semantics.
Bigger house.
I'm calling it a
Semantics.
castle.
And he's trying to wait till Vakta rejoins them before he gets into talking real business.
Yeah, so the jackal, he's just kind of standing there, and he's like looking Batsu up and down at this point.
You look strangely
Something
familiar.
familiar about you.
He's like, look over at Vardrock. How many people do you know that are this strong? Because I have never met anyone in my whole time staying here.
We've met a lot. How strong? Hard to say. I don't know how strong he is now.
Let's just say that you guys have kept me busy.
We have kept you busy?
Yes. Is it safe to talk in front of your friend here?
I believe so, yes.
Well, I
Turn
definitely.
into and I'm like, would you rather talk in front of me? Then I turn into the Dragonborn. Or does this appeal to you?
Your disguises mean nothing to me. I knew you were a changeling when we first fought. I was more sense of the trust issue. And by this time, I assume that Vakta would be wandering back towards you guys.
Probably, yeah.
Well, let's get the reason out of the way that I know you must be here. Divian's gone. He was what I assume was ambush when we were in Sea Bluff. And I did everything I could to save him. Finally got him back to our kingdom here. We were able to bring him back to life, but whatever protections you put on him to protect him from the Raven Queen, she must have seized an opportunity and she snatched him immediately. There was nothing we could do about it.
I assume that he must have been brought close to death.
Yeah, he was not breathing for quite some time.
Well, I assume that she sensed his soul at that point.
And then she didn't send like one of her minions. She came herself. And she wanted us to know that she took him.
I figured that would be the case. She's not the type to easily forgive someone stealing something from her, let alone it being one of her patrons. But, to that point, that is how you guys have been keeping me busy. Once I found out that the disconnect was there, I immediately searched out the artifacts. And so did she.
Great.
Okay.
Well, before we get into that, I must ask the question I can't help but ask at this point. And he like gestures towards the book. He says, "Why the hell do you still have that?"
Well, after our last encounter, I made a pact with the Celestial, and they brought me to their base so I could get some information. I tried to get some of the lesser deities, some of the demigods, to come down from their golden thrones and assist with what's going on here. But apparently, the gods don't think that this is an issue.
Of course.
When I asked for help with disposing of the book, with any sort of weaponry, they gave me this chain, and he taps on the book, and this scimitar. That's it.
Stuck up bastards.
The chain, though, is able to keep the book at bay while allowing me to utilize some of its powers. The scimitar was actually mined from ore of Mount Celestial. It cuts with a divine burn.
That it does.
Yes. And I apologize for that battle, but it felt pretty good.
And he kind of like looks at Batsu, is like, just kind of like, I'm afraid we have another issue at hand. We went through all this trouble to get this weapon. He pulls the life drinker off his back and says, and this thing, the hunger you prepared me for, and I was prepared to deal with it. But all it wants is control. It wants to decide who and when I kill something for it. And since I won't agree to that, it's been working against me. Even summon some sort of undead skeleton that can only be hurt by it to try to attack us and attack the town. This is useless to me. Because if let's say I bend to its will and I do everything it says, and then the time comes, the very reason why we went to go get this, to kill Orcus, and it decides it doesn't want to cooperate. That does nothing for me.
Well, I'm disappointed that you haven't been able to make more use of this. I expected to see it changed by now. So, I can offer you no help with getting it to do what you want. For lack of better advice, I would suggest that you do what it wants. Otherwise, barely more than a stick.
And it's going to have to remain a stick. I'm not going to keep feeding an enemy, and it insists on being an enemy.
Well, this is a item that was made by the old gods. The old gods did not bend to the will of mortals. They made the decisions and everyone followed. I'm sure that's not something that this has forgotten.
Well, we're going to need a weapon that will actually work. Something that isn't going to defy everything that we're trying to do.
Well, I have bad news for you. Most of the artifacts have already been reclaimed by the Raven Queen. She has set up traps at others. The only help that we have at this point in this fight is this scimitar and that scythe.
Would you like to trade? Maybe you can have fun with this thing.
Even if I wanted to, the blood oath has been performed.
Yeah, I know. So how did you get an audience with the Celestials? Because right now it seems that we're going to have to go out to the middle of nowhere to find some artifact that may have been dropped by them in case mortals might need to get their attention. That's a lot of maybes.
And what artifact is that?
I believe it's some sort of item in the ring of Ethrit or Ethrit.
That was one of the ones that was given to Divian.
Well, Divian's body and all his possessions were taken.
Oh no, not him physically, but it was on the map.
Yes.
So
the
where
map
did-
was on his body.
where did you find out information about that?
The Queen of Durian, that you flashed her phylactery in front of her face. Remember her?
He chuckles a little bit. Yes, our lovely queen who just excused herself from the conversation.
Yes, she's the one who told us of it.
So, I'm curious if that is one of the ones that the Raven Queen hasn't been able to get.
I don't know. I just know that we were able to retrieve the boat. That's the only thing that we got off the list. Because that was the one that we were after when we lost Divian.
Well, if the Lich Queen thinks that this one may still be here, I think that's a good shot. As far as the rest go, I'm gonna have to hunt for more.
What about this chain? Like, is there a way to maybe even give me a few links of it? Maybe I can bind it to this stupid stick and make it do something that I need it to do?
I don't think that that's gonna help. The chain helps with the undead. Your issue is more of with the unkillable than the undead. The soul inside of that cannot be killed.
Okay. Well, then we're going to have to go for this item then, unless you have anything else that we should do, because we had a giant Baylor in the mountains we had to deal with and couldn't immediately start heading off to find these other artifacts.
Yeah, I unfortunately have heard similar stories throughout Aragus. Apparently, the 6 generals have been released, and you guys took care of 1, but there are still 5 others. And where there are Baylors, that means that there are armies of demons and devils. Though they hate each other, the one thing that they can come to agreement on is slaying of mortals and reaping of souls.
Great. And you think a weapon that feeds off immortal souls would want to, I don't know, help stop this so that it would have something to feed on? No, it doesn't.
Well, I don't know what transpired between the two of you, but I feel that this is a weapon that would be better served as an ally.
No,
But-
Batsu would be better served as an ally, and it wants me to kill him.
Kind of looks over at Batsu and sizes him up. Well, I can't say that that's the choice I would have made, but I'm sure you have your reasons.
Well, is there any way that we can maybe contact you to stay in touch during all this? Because I'm sure we still are, our goals are still aligned here to prevent the end of existence.
Oh, our goals are still aligned, yes.
And our link was, of course, Divian, who's no longer with us. So how do we get in touch with you as you hop from continent to continent?
Well, unfortunately, the continent hopping is going to have to come to a closure for a short while. But the only way that I can guarantee contact is with a blood pact.
Oh no, I am done with making blood pacts with any objects or people.
He looks at Batsu and looks over at Vakta.
Vakta just kind of. I don't know that that would be ideal as someone who's meant to be running a kingdom.
Batsu has just been sitting on the floor, like with his head up in his jacket. He stands up. Do I benefit from this at all?
Other than being able to reach out to me, no. No, I already gave my patronage to somebody, and that didn't work out too well. All this does is create a bind between us. That you can reach out to me, and I can reach out to you, if need be.
He starts taking off his jacket. What am I supposed to do?
Give me your hand.
He just holds it out.
Like as you hold it out, he like grabs your wrist, flips your palm towards the sky, grabs a scimitar with the other hand, cuts your hand across, then lets go, cuts his hand that he was just holding yours with, and he just kind of like grabs your hand like this, and as you do, you just feel like this burn, and you feel like almost like a poison coursing through your veins. And he kind of like pulls back and wraiths a little bit in pain. And he's looking over at his hand. And that's it.
He's just looking at his hands like, woo. Just sits back down.
So there really are no other artifacts. She's gotten to them all.
Well, I've only been able to confirm 3. One of them, I was met with a trap. And those poor Shatterkai didn't stand a chance. But I fear that if we try looking for them, we may be wasting more time than we have. Or worse, she might be amping up the numbers.
And why would she be helping Orcus?
I don't think she's helping Orcus. I think in her own way, she thinks that by having these artifacts in her armory, that she is going to be able to defend the Shadowfell if something happens.
Well,
Please understand, she doesn't care what happens to the material plane, as long as her Shadowfell is safe.
well, I know where we must go, but what will you be doing from here?
Well, from here, I need to make a trip north to the artifact site where the mask was found. There's a few questions that I need answered. After that, I will reach out to our mutual friend here, and we can try to link up and figure something out.
Very well. Well, we have a celebration to get back to. You're welcome to partake. Looks like we're going to be sailing out soon, so we have some preparations to take care of.
Do you have a horse that I could buy off of you?
You need a horse?
Well, the power that it takes to move around through the plains as I have been weighs heavily on me, and I don't want to bring myself to the point of complete exhaustion.
All right. All right, this way. He starts walking towards the stables.
And he follows behind, and as you show him the horse and whatnot, he
Not
gives you...
orphan horse.
I really like this one.
No.
This one just...
That one.
This one just has an aura of melancholy about him that I like.
That one belongs to Ukto.
No, whatever horse that you lead him to, he takes 10 platinum out of his pocket and hands it to you.
I
Thank
guess
you.
that'll...
No, that's yeah, that's great. Thank you.
I don't expect that you will see this horse again.
Fair enough.
And he puts his hand on the horse's head, and you see the horse's eyes just start glowing with this orange glow. And he hops on the back of it and just sets off, and you see the horse just take off running faster than you've ever seen any of your horses run before.
Well, Batsu, that was the jackal.
Yeah, he looks at his hand. We're acquainted.
We're besties now.
We're going to I'm going to be really dependent on your men to really drive up how much money we make off of the festivities here. And we're also going to need, once everyone's sobered up tomorrow, we need to start forming a crew. We should have a good enough amount of people from Sea Bluff who know how to sail that can help us. But we'll worry about that tomorrow.
Yeah, I came to this continent on a boat, and a few of my people did too. If we don't find anyone, I can give a little bit of pointers, but we were young.
All right. Everything go well with Queen Rayona?
Yes, she's left. We're gal pals now. I get to be a friend, you don't.
She's
I don't think
gone.
that's how it works.
Is she gone?
She's gone. Cliff, don't remove my coins. No. Ha.
So you see like Batsu concentrating for a little bit, and he is trying to turn into her right now.
Oh my god.
Dude, whatever. I don't care.
Roger kind of cocks his head to the side. What's the purpose in this?
And he like, Cliff, if you're talking, you're muted.
Sorry, I was eating and didn't want to talk in that. Give me a deception roll.
Pretty sure I have deception or advantage because of something, but
Yeah, I mean, it's a spot on recreation of the queen.
and he's like holding his jacket closed because he can't make clothes.
Oh my god.
Spoiler alert: he still has man tits.
I didn't need to see this.
And he goes back to his normal form. What do you think? Good?
Try not to do that, you know.
Ever.
Because if somebody was impersonating me in Durian,
Oh, they'd be dead.
there'd be a massacre.
I would know it wasn't you the moment they weren't smug.
Smug.
What? So handsome. They wouldn't be nearly as handsome.
Right. Yes, this is correct.
she like kind of rolls her eyes slightly and just kind of like shrugs at Batsu.
And Batsu's like walking back to the arena right now. He's like, "Don't worry, I'm not gonna do it. It's just like an oh shit panic button thing."
I get that. Let's return to the people. I'm just gonna start walking back over to the arena with them.
All right, so they already have another. They already have like another little fight that's going on, and you're just seeing a couple people that are still at the gladiator. Dante's still overseeing it and trying to make sure everything is working properly.
There's still the vendors that are serving the alcohol.
At the inn, you mean, or like in general?
Like around the arena.
Oh yeah, I mean, there's still people that are still trying to hawk it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's taking like 2 mugs and walking over to the arena.
All right, and so yeah, so you guys rejoin the crowds, and you guys are back watching everything.
Let's see here. And everyone still appears to be having a drunken good old time, right? Yeah, he's just gonna continue like hype the getting the crowd hype and everything, and occasionally tossing some coins out to the crowd.
Not the platinum ones we just got.
Not the platinum ones, no.
But how many coins are you tossing?
I mean, he's gonna spend a lot of silver.
Make sure you subtract them pieces.
Done.
I don't believe you.
All right.
So yeah, you guys are watching the fight go on. And you're seeing this fighter and this archer that are going at it with one another, and fighter pins down the archer and just starts punching him in the face. You see the archer's face just exploding with blood.
I like that guy.
Getting good around here.
And Dante runs over there and he's like, all right, that's enough. And at this point, the archer is just laying there, like.
I guess
Well.
they stopped the killing.
Yeah, that's yet to be seen. So, he motions forward, and they run through, and they grab the archer and drag him off. And they call up 2 more people, and you see that there's this mage that comes up, and the mage is like motioning around and summoning like these ice spheres. And you see this dwarf that comes in, and the dwarf is really just kind of low key, and he's just kind of standing there looking almost impatient. And as soon as the fight starts, you see the mage cast something, and the dwarf rolls out of the way, and he pulls out this axe, and he runs up to the mage, and he hits him with the axe. And then you see him reach behind, and from underneath this cloak, he pulls out this riffle. It's a large one, larger than what you've seen before. And he basically hits this mage, and he comes up with the gun underneath the chest and hits him with it, shoots him in the chest. You see in this one-hit combo, the mage just falls back, hits the ground, dead.
Do I recognize this dwarf?
Give me a insight check. Something is familiar about him, but you can't really put a name on him or anything.
While this is happening, like Vardrak is kind of leaning over to Vakta. He's like, so this has worked out pretty well so far. The people have seen us with the Durian Queen, and now they know that she respects us. They don't have to worry about that. And all of a sudden, when he sees that happen, he's like, whoa. And he just kind of leans in. He's like, where did he get that weapon?
We haven't seen anything else like those yet, other than the ones we have.
And give me a perception check from all 3 of you.
I can do that.
Me too.
Shut up. I didn't have my character sheet open, so perception.
How? Every time.
So everybody except for Vardrak, you can easily recognize that this gun that he's using is way different than the ones that you guys seen both in the from the initial excursion that you guys got from the cart and from the ones that your blacksmith have made. They look completely different. If Vakta wanted to relay this information to Vardrak, she definitely could.
Batsu's yelling out to Dante. He's like, hey, get the dead one out. Keep the dwarf. Send another one in.
And like Vardrak is like gesturing over the Batsu, then pointing to the dwarf, and he's like,
and he Batsu's like, all right. Runs around where Vardrak is sitting. He like leans over the roping there. Like, Dante, bring the dwarf.
And Dante kind of looks down at the dwarf and he kind of nudges him a little bit and he's like, "The king wants a word with you."
He looks back up at him and he goes, I guess. And starts slowly meandering his way over to the ropes.
Vardruk pulls up the little like stool that the Queen of Durian was sitting on. He's like, "Come, have a seat. May I have a word with you?"
Aye. Goes, sits down, and like definitely like brings his gun in a little bit closer to him, noticing all the eyes on it.
So, have to ask, where did you find such a tool?
Find, as if he's just like absolutely offended that you would insinuate that he didn't like come up with this himself. This laddie, this be the blunderbuss.
The blunder who?
The blunderbuss. I named it after myself.
Vardruk looks at Vakta and is like,
It's different than the ones we have. That's for sure.
Aye, of course it's different. I made it myself.
"So you know how to make riffles?"
Aye, if you want to call it that.
What do you call them?
It's a blunderbuss. Just getting like slowly more and more aggravated that he's just not quite.
So you call all weapons like this blunderbuss?
No, not all of them. Just this one.
Okay. Where do you hail from?
I'm from around.
Ah,
Come from the hills, let's say. He's trying to dodge the question, not really committing to any one location. I came here because I heard that you are looking for something.
Oh, yes. Fine soldiers, if nothing else.
Well, I'd like to think that I am at least that. He reaches back slowly behind him, pulls out a bag of what seems to be, it's like caked on the outside with some sort of black substance that like he throws it up, tosses it in his hand a little bit, and a little puffs of like black smoke come out of it briefly. I also heard you were looking for this.
And like Batsu, he like immediately like leans over right into this dwarf and is like looking like, "You know where to get that?"
Nowhere to get
Yes.
it. I can make it, laddie.
What? Batsu,
Batsu.
is that the black stuff that you need to put into the
The
ripple
riffles.
blunders and shoot them?
The riffles.
And like,
At home.
Do you need me to show you how it works? And he pulls out like a book of matches and like he's holding them side by side.
Batsu like puts his hand over the matches and like puts them down a little bit. Like, let's not have any of that right here.
We did figure out how to shoot the riffles.
Looks over at Vardruk. We need to go somewhere else and talk private again.
Bring him to my house. My riffle's there anyway.
Aye, you have a riffle.
I got a riffle.
I'd like to see the craftsmanship on this so-called riffle. He just looks very like suspicious, like he doesn't really trust in it at all.
Oh, yes.
Batsu, like slaps this dwarf on the shoulders, like leans in. He's like, I tried. I know rifles, pistols. These people, I don't know. He's like, come on, let's go, let's talk.
At least one of you.
I
has
read the
some
paper.
knowledge
The Piper's
about
not
you.
riffle.
Vardruk's just following the group and looking back at the guy that you destroyed in the ring, like getting dragged away. Like, They continues walking.
Dante, keep it going.
Okay.
Did anything skillful? That was just me pulling the trigger. He's all boastful. He's like all full of himself and like get a little skip to his step.
As they're walking, he's like, "Do you happen to know another little dwarf named Raina by any chance?"
Nay.
Are you
never
assuming
mind.
all dwarves know each other?
Your Bob laughs.
Who said that's racist?
What are you insinuating?
Did we know each other before we met? No. Not all tieflings know each other. Come on.
He's from the hills. She said she was from the hills. Same.
Do you know how
Oh, she
big
did.
the hills are?
No, I've never
She
been
did
there.
say that.
He like
Batsu's-
where
points
she
way
got
over
that
yonder,
from.
and he's like, "You see all of that in the distance? Those are hills, laddie. There's a lot of them."
Whatever. Whatever. He's kind of grumbling as he's walking.
All dwarfs are from the hills. Even the ones that aren't.
Yeah, that's racist.
They get to Vakta's house, like he makes sure he's the last one in. He closes the door and just kind of leans against it and crosses his arms.
Immediately, like Batsu's stomping on the floor and yelling, like, "Chodo, get up here!" Don't even know if he's home or not.
He's not in Vakta's house right now.
Figured. Probably out there doing what I told him to do and shit.
Wow,
Fucking-
doing
fucking
his
Chodo.
job.
So, no response for a little bit. He's going downstairs, grabbing one of the pistols and rifle. I don't think I have any rifles downstairs.
I'm grabbing the one from my room. Or the armory. I don't know the layout of the inside of my house. I thought I had an armory. Did I have an armory?
Do I have a living room?
You do not have an armory, no.
Okay, I'm just grabbing it from my room then.
This is my armory. He opens the cabinet.
This is my armory. Opens the
secret
front door.
This is my rifle. This is my gun.
So everybody splits off into their own room and then comes back. Everybody toting fucking firearms.
Hey! It sounds like one of my family reunions.
Wow.
But less racist.
Dwarf takes the one from Vakta and he's like, it's okay. I mean, it's no Swanson, but it'll do. And he hands it
So
back.
what now?
Who's Swanson?
Swanson! He taps the gun on his back.
You said it was Blunderbuss.
It is a blunderbuss, but its name is Swanson.
I understand now.
Don't get.
The blunderbuss has a name, Vardrach.
Your weapon talks to you too.
No, that's. Well, wait, does it?
In a
Ah.
manner of
Vakta like
speaking.
narrows her eye.
She be talking.
Goes over to Batsu and handing him all these things, and he's going through them. He's like, aye, these'll do. He's clearly not as impressed as when he was holding his weapon. He's not very boastful. He's just kind of acknowledging the fact that, yep, they're weapons.
Vakta looks a little put out because we stole these things fair and square from around.
He's like, you stole them. You could have at least grabbed the good ones from the back.
That's all what that they had.
Those poor bastards.
There's a wagon, and the person was dead when we found them. Right? And she like glances at Bartok.
He's like, for you.
That's true. I did dally behind, making sure the horses were safe and all that jazz.
But we have the only collection of these weapons in this continent.
Aside from you, apparently.
I mean, I move around a lot, so I don't really have a collection per se, but I can make those better. If the price be right.
Well, we are preparing for war, as you already know.
Okay.
And having my men with the most powerful of these weapons would be beneficial to us all. So if you can at least teach our local smith how to improve upon his current design, I think that would be most beneficial.
Aye, we'll see what I can do. See, these weapons, they take a little bit of everything. So do you have other crafters in town?
Crafters, yes. People who can make these,
Well, obviously they're not me, lad.
correct. But we have basic smiths here and woodworkers, stuff like that.
Like, I can teach them the basics, but, you know, I had to hunt far and wide to get the materials for Swanson here. You're not just going to crank these bad boys out.
Well, I can almost guarantee, I don't know what all makes up that weapon, but the materials we're not going to have on hand. But if you were willing to travel with us for a while, we find things all the time. We find and we also find. So.
I see.
So we can give you some materials to make more, perhaps.
Would this just be a hunt for materials for ye armory, or what would be in it for me?
Whatever we come across. It's kind of how we are going about things. We go to a problem, we fix it, we collect, we bring it back here to improve our town.
Now, you say a problem. Does that mean problem or problem?
Well, the problems that we deal with these days are everyone's problem if we don't.
Aye. I think I can agree to these terms, at least for a little while.
All right.
Sits back, you know, kind of pondering, thinking about his options.
Very well. Well, if you have enough money, we could probably, unless you were good with building houses, you'd have to pay for a house to be built. We are currently in development of quite a few houses as we speak. Or you can wait until the keep is done, and if you're still with us at that point, we can find you a place in there.
All I really need is a shed. I am not one for much of what they call creature comforts.
There's a shed for Divian behind my house.
Full circle.
We didn't even plan this.
Vivian.
Weren't you gonna turn that into a poison garden?
I haven't gotten around to it yet. They have
Well, if there be no poisons there,
not at this moment.
find this agreeable.
I could always plant a poison garden just outside.
Okay.
Kind of looks up at
As long as a
Vakta.
kid doesn't run into it, it's fine, right?
I
I'll
mean,
put a
or
little
they
fence
do.
around it, like a little fence. It'd be nice. Have spiky things on it.
A little rope.
I'll put spiky things on the fence so kids don't get into my garden.
Aye.
Don't walk into Queen's garden, you'll die, and it won't be the Queen's fault.
So they get cut up before they get poisoned into their open wounds.
Yeah.
They'll get cut up, poisoned, and then shot.
Yeah.
Is that
I'm
any
gonna be
different
there.
from how Vakta would handle something?
Fair enough.
And these are the good guys, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, we are.
Damn little
Good.
goblins get
Hey,
in
no,
everything.
Vakta likes children. We figured that out with the Orcus incident. That doesn't mean
Yeah, it's because they still haven't asked me what my name is.
Oh.
Speaking of poisons, Vakta, you plan on also maybe making like the opposite of poisons and make some stuff that can maybe help us?
I can try to figure that out.
Yeah, how
Probably.
hard could it be?
I'll put the poisons further inside the fence and anything for antidotes closer to the fence, so if anyone like messes with it, then they're probably fine.
Yeah.
Might be able to assist with that as well. I know a wee bit of alchemy.
Ooh, perfect. Just don't mix the labels.
Labels?
Label nothing.
What
Just
are
be
labels?
Balavar.
You know what things are by the taste.
Wrong one.
Batsu turns into his Oh, don't tell me I fucking lagged out.
I mean, you're still here for
He's
me.
still here with us.
Yeah.
Wait, no.
Nope, he froze.
He's doing his best imitation of a mannequin.
Batsu turned into a mannequin.
Changelings are they're weird.
Well, we'll
Well,
see him soon.
Well, while he's done standing in the corner being awkward.
Oh, there he is. Oh, wait, no. Wow.
Wait,
Sin, you did that thing where you switch places with people? You
He
make, me
helped
have,
me
I
spot.
tried.
you make me have to do more work, that thing.
I tried.
Okay, Drake, now you gotta rescind.
Something changing form, something making bad choices.
Perfect.
Making bad choices. Beautiful. Correct.
Vardrak stops leaning against the door. He walks up to the dwarf and he says, "Well, I guess there's nothing left but formal, invitation into our group. I'm King Vardrak Rin, Rider of Dragons, Slayer of Demons." He reaches to shake her hand.
Extends his hand back out. Me name is Grimble Blunderbuss.
You have the same name as your riffle.
Said he named it after
I
himself.
told ye I named it after myself.
Do not listen, Vardrak.
I've had a few to drink, sue me.
The queen sobered you up.
I drank again. Anyway, this ravishing, radiant specimen from the gods is my lovely queen, Vaktarin.
Right, I have a last name now. she extends her hand out to Grimble.
Hi, lass. Nice to meet you.
I don't think I've ever had a last name. She's just like muttering to herself now, like, huh.
You didn't have
Yeah.
a last name?
It
No,
didn't occur to her.
She didn't give
No.
herself a last name, no.
No, she grew up by the street. She didn't have names. She was like, I'm Vakta. That's what I got.
Well, you're welcome. And that there is Batsu.
Batsu.
Yep, that's apparently everyone just knows me as Batsu now.
Yeah,
When he
sorry.
changes form, then he's
Myth.
other Batsu.
When he's a wood elf, he's myth. Did I remember that right?
Yeah.
I can make attempts. It doesn't mean anyone else will.
Yeah,
I
which
just
Batsu
call
is
you
that one?
Gigi.
If you're the one that made these, I'm pretty sure I've come into contact with you, or one of my people did sometime.
'Tis possible. I tend not to remember as much these days, what with the alcoholism and everything.
Cliff. His name's Grimble, but in the rotating name thing, you put Gimbal.
Motherfucker.
God damn it.
It's over. Good night.
Bye.
I am not an auto stabilization device, damn it.
You could be though.
What?
It's the
I'm
thing
not
that
smart enough for
studies
this.
phones when you're recording.
Sure.
Vardrock.
Put gimbal on the cards too?
Oh no.
I'm blaming Sin for that one.
What?
That's the key. Is you got to blame Sin for everything.
Oh, is that how that works?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
You
it
guys didn't know?
definitely says gimbal.
I've been doing it wrong.
It says gimbal on the cards.
Well, guess what? Your name's Gimbal now.
No! Damn
Welcome. Welcome. Welcome, Gimbal.
God said it was, so it is. I Gimbal.
it! Grimble!
Vardrock leans over to Grimble. He's like,
Gimbal.
what exactly is alcoholism?
Yeah. Notices a bottle over on the table. Goes and picks it up, smells it, and goes,
Wine. It's gonna be wine. I always have wine.
"You see this?" And he just pops the top and just downs the entire thing at once. Throws it on the ground and goes, "Aye, lad. That is what alcoholism is."
So it's being thirsty.
Aye.
My wine.
Aye, buy you another one.
Matsu still got one of his mugs. He's like, yes, more partying. He downs his too.
He's like, hey honey, I have alcoholism.
All fun and games till it goes into character sheet.
Vodka's been an alcoholic since like almost the beginning.
It's
of
already
the
on your character
Boy.
sheet. Don't worry.
Is it neat?
The last time you heard Vardrock drink water. Like, just...
So, fun fact: in medieval times, they hardly ever drank water because it was so fucking polluted.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, beer was the water of the
Beer
medieval
was very
times.
common. The alcohol also was a lot stronger back then because they didn't filter it as much. So
And they didn't
But
have
not-
government regulation.
I don't know how they got anything done because they were just walking around wasted all day.
Well, they lived to be about 36, so there's that.
That's not true. That's the median age because a lot of old people and a lot of babies died. Come on. Anyone involved in history knows that.
Mm-hmm.
I know things.
Well,
Start quoting chocolate at you.
while we're in town, it's fine for you to show around your blunder thingy, but outside of town, only when you need to. We don't want the queen that left to know anything about us having
These weapons.
yeah.
I will try my best, but can make no promises. If I need to defend myself, I will.
No, like I said, when it's necessary, use it.
I nod in agreement. He goes over and like tries to like dodge Vakta's attention, slowly going to try to grab another bottle.
Give me a stealth check.
I'll roll perception. I warn you, I am very
I'll roll
perceptive.
perception. I'll do it.
Don't make me do it.
Oh, that wasn't a good roll either.
Oh,
Vakta, high or low?
Hi.
He
17.
he steals the bottle without you noticing.
There were 4 17s in a row on that.
He doesn't do anything with it. He just like puts it in his pack behind him, just like real sly like.
Like a real alcoholic.
Like I have practice.
Like
Well-
I pay for it. It's just handed to me and my house is stocked. Come on.
Well,
Place,
Vakta,
where are we going?
would you like to show him to his shed?
Sure. It's around back.
Hey, around back, that's me favorite spot.
I don't get it.
I'll show you later.
Training.
I'm gonna be out drinking late tonight.
There's a
Yeah,
reason
we're-
Bacho always leaves early in the morning.
All right, so yeah, so at this point, the sun's starting to set. It's getting later in the evening, so the festival should be winding down.
All right.
Well, I'm gonna go meet up with my people, seeing how well we did with today. And from the looks of it, people are starting to retire anyways. And Batsu starts heading towards the door.
And what's everybody else doing?
Going to my shed.
Fair.
Yeah. No place like home, I guess.
Just getting acquainted, like trying to find trying to see if there's like a hole in the wall that I can just point Samson out just in case. Not being like super familiar with the area. He's a little bit on edge.
I mean, there's cracks in like the wood. This is kind of the shed itself it's not nearly as soundly built as the house is.
Right.
So I mean, you could see like through the cracks. You could see the light starting to peek behind the trees. But there's no like solid holes.
Okay.
I mean, you could make some. Got tinkerer's tools.
I'm not gonna play with fire just yet.
You guys come out and see him with this little hand drill drilling a hole in the wall. What are you doing?
You didn't say I couldn't modify it.
He's not wrong.
Don't worry. Bardrog loves semantics.
Vardrog's gonna kind of look over at Vakta's this kind of disappointed face. He's like, well, I guess we'll do one more round and call it a night. And then he starts heading outside.
She's gonna like follow him out and tug him and be like, "What's wrong?"
Kind of really hoping Donovan would show up like we invited him. He missed all the festivities.
The fight is still going on. Maybe he'll show up later. The day's not over.
Yeah, maybe. Well, we should go see if our mage friend is all set. I don't know if he's trying to leave tonight or in the morning, or if he needs anything. We should at least go check.
Who are you talking about?
Heading to the inn to see if the chef mage is still there.
The only person you care about.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So as you go there, I mean, you see that he's still there, and he's like setting like some of the goods that he had brought in on top of each other, and some of the barrels and whatnot. But everything's already like clean, like the place is like immaculate.
Ah, there you are. So, did you get a chance to at least enjoy our Frostguard festival?
I worked mostly, but it was good times.
Well, glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. We'd like to have you here more often for not work-related things, but more so for you to have fun as well.
Well, unfortunately, the mages would starve if I was gone for too long.
Ah, you don't need them. You have plenty of people here who absolutely adore you.
not entirely wrong. I don't think he needs the mages. I think the mages need him, Vardrock.
Yeah, we can move the mages here.
I don't think the Queen Durian would like that.
Yeah,
wouldn't
we would
mind.
like her too.
Oh my god. Vakta's just going back to rubbing her temples, and she just could I have some wine?
And he's like, sorry, I already packed everything up.
Oh, that's okay.
You notice that there's a wine glass in your hand.
Oh my god. She's like, that's not, oh my god! Her face just lights up like ray of purple sunlight.
He kind of chuckles a little bit.
Can you teach that to our local mage? Or is that something that... I heard you say that it took a long time to master, but like, how hard is it?
Yeah, could we hire your services to train somebody here?
Well, it only took me about 300 years to get this good.
Oh, okay. So if you start now... like, it looks like he's doing mental math, but you know nothing's really going on up there.
Yours are just kind of.
Cobwebs are very slowly ripping.
All right, well, I must be going now.
Well, do you travel or do you just kind of like poof your way there? Do you need a escort?
No, I'll be fine. I have a horse out there waiting for me.
Ah, excellent. Well, promise me you won't be a stranger.
I said,
You know where I live.
And thank you again.
Thank you for inviting me.
Oh, this wouldn't have gone over nearly as well without you. We are in your debt.
People are going to talk about this forever.
Yes. And Vardrock's gonna walk him out and see to it that he gets on his horse and leaves out.
And so he has a horse around the back that he has just ready and waiting for him, and he hops on and he takes off.
What time of the day is it by this point?
Right now it's about 8 p.m.
Okay.
Well, anything else you want to do before we retire for the evening?
Would you like to train again for a couple hours? Maybe skip the morning training session?
We can train, yes.
Vakta like kind of sighs, like almost with relief, and then stops and goes and skips the morning training session.
He's already walking off.
She's gonna follow, but she's gonna be just shaking her head and just like, I should have stayed quiet.
Hey, Cliff, is there a room in her house that can be used as like
a better training room than the bedroom? Because if he tries to break my bed again,
right?
I mean, you guys have the basement where Sin's crew has been. You guys have the main quarters, like where the like living room and kitchen area type is, like that whole open area when you first walk in. That you guys don't really use it for any, grand gatherings or anything. It's relatively empty.
Yeah, we can do that. That'll do.
As soon as she gets in and closes the door, he goes, "On guard!" and just starts swinging.
Go ahead and make an attack roll.
Vakta was immediately gonna shout, "Stop!"
He said, "Make the attack roll."
I did say that.
Uncanny dodge, whatever. And just push the furniture up against the wall and clear a space first. If anything of mine gets broken, Vardrak, I'm...
That was a miss, by the way.
Is it fine? He starts like lifting couches and moving tables.
Victor, like, is trying so hard to just hold back a sigh and not keep rubbing her temples or the bridge of her nose like she has been every time. Just like, before she starts helping move stuff around. All the small stuff, because whatever. Poor Draco can get the big things.
Yeah, so you guys push everything out of the way so you have a nice little dojo-sized area in the middle.
As soon as Vardrak is done moving furniture, I'm going to whip a throw pillow at him. Just because I'm not gonna waste my daggers on this. I'm just gonna whip a pillow at his head. I don't know what to make for that hole.
Weapon.
Yeah, that would be improvised weapon. So the attack roll would be what your normal attack is minus your proficiency.
Okay.
Joke's on you. You forgot you hid daggers in that pillow.
I only have 2 daggers. Why do I only have 2 daggers? I should have a lot more.
Your armory.
What is my attack roll minus my proficiency? I don't even know. This is too fancy.
The corner of the pillow hits him, and the side of the head just sticks there. He's like, "What the fuck?"
So you would do
+5.
Yeah, it'd be plus. Yeah.
Okay.
That's a miss.
Here's the extra 20. So I completely
I want to say Vardrak sees that coming, and he instinctively shoots a firebolt at him just to sort of grace the pillow.
Go ahead and take that spell slot, please.
It's a cantrip.
Okay.
Mark's eyes go wide, and then she just looks like a little sad. She just watches this smoldering remains on her floor, like, oh, and she reaches over and just like stamps it out with her foot. Like, oh.
He goes, "You let your guard down!" Ha ha! He runs to tackle her.
Uncanny dodge.
Hear Grimble yelling from the shed, "Do I smell roast duck?"
One could say that.
You hear the shed door like open and close, and like little footsteps. He comes like bursting through the door. He's like, "Duck, where?"
Bogdo's just like staring at the remains of the pillow on the floor, and like feathers just sizzling. There's no duck. Only sadness. And
He goes,
despair.
"You probably should duck." He throws another swing.
Aha, joke's on you. I am short. And just goes.
Wow.
I love the delayed laugh from Bob. Stream delay is the best.
Uncanny dodge.
It's a miss.
Alright. Oh.
Damn it! Hold still. And he goes to grapple.
You already made your turn.
Why?
She just keeps dodging and crying about her pillow.
I'm also in a really nice gown. I haven't changed yet. Remember?
Oh yeah, so your AC should be lower. Thanks for reminding me.
Can I change out of this gown before I rip it? It'd be a shame if something this nice just got shredded.
He's like, I guess you're right. Go ahead.
And she just walks into the bedroom and slams the door.
Aw.
You thought you were so smart.
Hey.
Batsu, so as you're headed out away from the fucking this thing that's going on here, what all was your group trying to do?
Encourage people to spend their money on the different activities that they were doing, and maybe pickpocket some unknowing people.
Who all?
No.
Non-citizens, right?
Yeah, non-citizens only.
Who all?
We discussed that, Batsu.
You're not here right now.
I know.
Who all did you have on this?
Chodo was escorting Zuna around the entire time, and Dante was at. Actually, I think it was just Shinu then, because Hitch and Megami were gone on a
Okay.
mission too.
So go ahead and give me a sleight of hand check for him.
Let me pull my skills.
Meh, decent.
Roll me a d20.
Oh.
Womp womp.
So he managed to make 400 gold from pickpocketing people throughout the day.
Boy.
Extra than what was made from selling of the goods and all that, which is going to be... We'll do that differently. So yeah, so as you catch up to him, you see him like following a mark. There's this just absolutely just trashed elf, and he like walks in between two of the buildings. Like he walks away from where the fighting area is into the wall, in between some buildings, and starts to piss. And you see him like creep up from behind him, and he's got this pouch of money just hanging off the right backside of him. And you just see him walk up and like untie the top string from it as the coin purse just falls silently into his hand, and he turns around and he starts sneaking away, and he like looks up at you like, oh shit.
He grabs the coin pouch, puts it on his side, and he's like, no civilians, no one from the town.
He's like, nah, I made sure this one's definitely not from around here.
They start walking away from the elf while they're talking. Splits the money half and half with them. So how did everything go? I wanted more people to be here with you, but Megami and Hitch had to go and do something that apparently you two couldn't do.
We went over this already.
I know.
That wasn't my... If anything, blame Dante's big ass.
Well, I just blame the whole situation we're in. You are not the one to be going over stuff like that. And he shouldn't have even been out there in the first place. So it was a shot in the dark, and thought we might as well go for it.
But hey, we all made it back alive. That's what's important, right?
Yep. Back, got some intel. As long as we benefit somehow. I was putting on a smiling face for the crowd.
He just kind of looks at you and goes, but on a positive note, and he reaches into a little satchel that he has, and he starts pulling out. He's like, I think I made about 400 gold a day off of these people.
That's 400 gold that you made or that you got off of them.
I mean, I would say I made this.
All right. As long as you know that they weren't from around here.
I made sure of it. Anybody that I recognized or that I thought might look familiar, even if it's just these laborers. If I thought they looked familiar, I stayed away.
Yeah, just refugees. They're free game as far as I'm concerned.
Well, I don't know how keen the big guy would be with that, so only messed with people that I didn't recognize.
Fair enough. Have you heard anything from Dante or Chodo?
We linked up earlier, and nothing really was going on at the time, but I've been kind of out here playing these drunks for a little while.
And just starts walking away. Well, have your fun. I'm just trying to find everyone right now.
All right, thanks for taking half the money I earned.
Everyone gets a cut, remember?
Mm-hmm. You just get half of it, huh? And Dante's still out there, like, trying to keep the crowd going. But, like, everybody in the crowd at this point is, like, so shit-faced that, like, it doesn't matter what's going on right now. Like, Dante's, like, breaking up, like, fist fights that are happening in the audience, and he's like, woo! Yeah, he's like, I think that we should probably start clearing some of these people out.
Right. You can stay if you want, but I'll send the guards. Or are there any guards around here?
Yeah, there's still a couple of them. They're dealing with the little pockets of fist fights that are going on too. It's nothing like big, but like people are starting to get drunk and rowdy.
Yeah, I'm gonna shout over one of the guards. I'm like, hey, end it. Night's over.
And he just nods. He's like, all right, everybody, all right. Clear out from here. Fights are over for the night. If you guys need any food, any nightcaps, the tavern's still open. You just hear everybody just grumbling, like, yeah. And they start dissipating, clearing out, and going, like, you're seeing them, like, moving as this herd, like, back into the city.
The mob. So, how did things go after I left? After I left twice.
Well, everything went better than that fight that you had.
Apparently, he came from the fucking Celestials just to whoop my ass. You know, it was an honor that they would send someone to deal with me.
Hey, whatever you got to use to justify that ass beating.
And he sits down in the seats where the queen were sitting. He's like, yeah, gotta fucking justify it somehow.
Yeah, we'll go with that. I'll make sure anytime you tell the story that I agree with you, yeah. Came from the Celestials.
You seen him, he came from the fucking sky.
Mm-hmm. So anyways, who is that guy?
Apparently he actually like did go talk to some of the divines trying to get help with the whole demon situation, and they pretty much spat in his face. He was an old acquaintance from the king and queen.
Well, so where does that leave us now?
We make money here. I try to find a way to deal with this whole situation.
Well, whatever you need me to do, let me know.
Yeah. Did you manage to get anything off of those pile of bodies before they dragged them out?
Not really. I was. There were too many eyes on me.
Yeah, I figured. And are the bodies actually still there, or have they been?
No,
cleaned
so
up
the guards were putting them in like hand carts and like wheeling them off.
yet? Just a
What was left
body?
of them?
Yeah, exactly. So, have you heard from Megami yet?
No, I'm trying to find Chodo to see if he heard from anything from either of them.
Last time I seen him, he was walking around with that old guy.
And he gets up and starts heading out. Well, everyone's finishing up, so you do what you want to do, but you're not really needed for anything right now.
Perfect. I'll be in the tavern.
And looking
He's like,
for
"Hey,
Chodo.
Batsu, hey, watch out for those Celestials."
Hey, next time, you fucking got my back, right?
Totally.
All right.
All you got to do is give me the nod.
Well, my body did a nod when it hit the floor and came back up. You should have came.
I was honestly laughing too hard to help, but that's just between us.
He just walks away.
Alright, I assume by this time Vakta would have changed into her armor and actually begun training with Vardrak because she promised.
Yep. And she comes back down. First thing she sees is Vardrak's formal clothing, all neatly, tidily put off to the side and folded, and a naked Vardrak running at you, going, "On guard!"
Grimble's just sitting in the corner, continuing to pop more corks and drinking more wine. He's like, "Aye, now this is a show."
Oh, I should have had more wine before we left the tavern.
They hang so low.
He trips. Go ahead and make that attack roll.
Heard of a cantrip, but that's just ridiculous.
Christ. Oh no.
Oh no!
Yes.
It's canon.
Vardrak trips on his balls.
Rogers, what are you doing?
Stepped on my dick.
So as you come running, just like instinctively, she knees you right in the gut.
Oh. Sorry.
And you're just
Good shot, honey.
Aye. Everything makes much more sense now.
She's just gonna calmly walk around behind him and just push him over. Just a shove.
Like he rolls over, he's like cough laughing. Well, you have me at a disadvantage.
for 3 rounds. About 18 seconds.
At least.
Vardrak, you disappointed her real hard, real quick.
He looks over, he's like, shh.
Bokter's gonna stand there like mocking him. She's not even gonna try to fight him when he's on the ground. She's just like, oh, I thought we were going to train. I thought it was gonna be a decent fight. I didn't know you were gonna come charging at me naked. I thought that was for the bedroom, but apparently it's just anywhere in the house.
Why not both?
Is it your house?
It's my house.
Seems like fair game wherever you want it.
That's what she said.
Accurate. So are you not doing anything for this turn, really?
No, I'm just mocking him. Like the box is just like laughing at him because it shouldn't have been that easy for her to be like, ha.
He goes, secret fireball, and points and fires a fireball at her.
Uncanny dodge. Oh God, you're gonna burn my house down.
Fireball from his dick.
You didn't let her cast Uncanny Dodge.
All right. I should remember how to do that.
So what does it do? Does that negate it altogether?
I don't think so.
Or is it half the damage? What?
I think
Don't do it
half.
now. You're supposed to do it before he hits you with the damn fireball.
From his dick.
With his dick balls. All right, you're good. You didn't do it. What do you?
Yeah,
So what does
no,
that do? Does it do half, or does it do?
I think it only does half damage.
All right, so you get hit with 13, and actually, and then your tiefling would knock that in half, so you get hit with 7 fire damage. And actually, you should have rolled at a disadvantage, but I'm just gonna keep moving.
Why should I have rolled that at disadvantage?
No, I would have.
He
Oh,
should
he
have.
would have. Yep. Okay.
Okay, now it's your turn. Like now is your turn.
Bob was just like trying to like type up the rules for Uncanny Dodge, and I'm trying to show him on the screen. I'm like, no, I've got it right here.
Oh, I could just click on her
Oh.
profile and get it too. I was just being lazy.
Yeah, no, I was just showing him that I have the rules right here at my fingertips. He doesn't have to look it up in the book.
Yeah, Bob, stop being so fucking helpful. God damn it.
It's like you let your guard down, my love.
You're shooting fire in my house. If my house burns down, I'm going to kill you.
That couldn't happen.
Hit your house. I hate you.
She's gonna throw her dagger at him. Do I need
If you do a ranged attack, oh wait, no, you're good. You get it at advantage.
Yeah, at advantage. Yes.
Yep. So go ahead and do your attack. That's a hit. You're not targeting him though. It hasn't been that goddamn long, Melissa.
I don't have. Yeah, but I don't have a map up to
Yeah, we
target
don't have a
him.
map.
What do you mean you don't have a map up? I never moved the map. We're still here.
I closed it because.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I see.
You can also control click on his name in the combat tracker. It'll do the same thing.
Oh, okay, neat.
Yep.
Didn't know I could do it in the combat tracker.
Is there a map for the building? I don't see it.
There's not.
Oh.
Right. And
That would require someone to build it.
Edge. I'm not doing sneak attack because I'm a good wife.
I don't think you can sneak up on somebody that clearly knows you're
True.
right there.
I know. Well, how close is Grimble?
Across the room, looking right at you.
Well, I mean, how close is Grimble to Vardrock? Because I could just be like, haha, extra damage, but I'm not going to.
No.
Good wife. I'm just gonna hit him.
So she tosses this dagger at you, and you roll out of the way as it kind of skids across your arm, clanks onto the ground next to you.
Go put your armor on.
That'll take about 45 minutes.
He's like, I am armor. Look at these scales.
Your turn still.
I'm gonna throw my other dagger at him.
Well, no, it's
It's still his turn. Yeah, okay.
yeah.
Oh, it's my turn.
Well, yeah, she threw her dagger
I
at you.
just
It's not
threw
like
my
she has like a
dagger at
bunch
you.
of shit she could do.
Yeah, no, I got one thing per turn.
She's an assassin that's choosing not to use any of her assassin abilities because she doesn't want to hurt you.
That's cute.
Where'd you come from?
Let's see. Vardrak's going to let me see. Hold on, let me make sure.
Whatever you do it at disadvantage.
Actually, for this, it wouldn't be.
I'll be back in 1 second.
Yep.
All right. Suddenly, he disappears.
Oh, is that how we're gonna play this? Is that how we're gonna play this?
Remember, he's only invisible.
He is going to use half his movement to stand, and his other half to quietly move somewhere.
Oh, yeah, full of that stuff.
Yep, go ahead and do stealth.
Grimble's like, what the?
I would imagine he has advantage on this stealth check.
Nope. You have disadvantage on everything for 2 more rounds.
Then it would cancel it out then if I would normally have advantage, wouldn't it?
You wouldn't have
That was-
advantage on this.
I'm invisible.
It doesn't matter. You don't get advantage on not making noise. It's not like you're
Okay.
invisible, so if you kick over a bucket of nails, it doesn't make a loud clang.
Fine, whatever, Cliff. Okay, that didn't roll it. Whatever, I just rolled another one. There you go.
Give me that 20 roll.
Oh.
So you hear a thump, 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 thump. Very close to you.
And from your passive perception, you can tell where he moved to in a roundabout area.
He's right in front of you.
You can attempt to make an attack, but it would be a disadvantage.
Grimble's just over in the corner. Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it.
I think I'll do it. Why not? Just prove to him I know where you are. You're not that sneaky.
You can actually hear him snickering to himself because he thinks he can't.
That's so accurate. Oh no! Why would it? Why did?
Oh man, a 1 and a 2.
You see her just swing her
You know what?
dagger wildly at you, and you're able to nimbly step out of the way.
You know what, Cliff?
Grimble's just like thinking to himself, these are the people that I volunteered to help.
Hey, Cliff.
Yes, sir.
I think she rolled a 1.
Did.
Go ahead and roll me another 20 there, Vakta.
I hate the dice. I'm changing the color again.
Yeah, that'll do it.
It will.
While you're doing that, let me go ahead and do this for you.
Oh, hell no.
Grimble?
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and say
God damn it! You just throw your dagger on accident at me.
here. I got you on this one. You don't have to do anything.
This is bullshit. I'm just sitting over here drinking and laughing.
You see Vakta take the swing and just lose grip of her dagger, and this thing comes flying right at you through the wine bottle that you're drinking, shatters the wine bottle, and stabs you in the chest.
Oh my god.
He's like coughs. He's like pulls the dagger out and he goes, "Me wine." Like not concerned at all. Not concerned at all that he's bleeding. And it's just like, ow.
I got the wine in you faster.
oh, that's a good point, and he like tries to like scoop it up and like push it in the wound.
That was the most dwarven reaction. So Sid,
Right.
you missed it.
Someone else kick my ass.
No.
Vardrak just so Vakta rolled a 1 and a 2, and Vardrak used his luck point to make it that so she has to use the 1. And I rolled a fumble table for her, which said it was friendly fire that she critically wounded an ally. So she went to swing her dagger at him, lost grip, and it flew across the room, hit Grimble, threw his wine bottle, shattered it, and stabbed him in the chest.
And I told him his wine was just getting in him faster, and he was so sad.
Vardrak, your
Picks up the
turn.
dagger and like licks it.
And now you have no daggers, by the way.
Yep, I am well aware, but I have a rapier.
You do.
How do I roll grapple?
Just do a you get to do a strength check, and you're no longer at disadvantage. You get to roll a strength check, and then she gets to contest it with either dex or strength.
I thought it was athletics or.
It's athletics or acrobatics.
Oh, yeah, let me just use athletics with the 0 strength I've got. Acrobatics.
Actual act of grabbing someone.
Bye.
Wait, shouldn't I have been able to do it at advantage since she can't see it coming?
You're not gonna roll a 29 no matter what you roll. You only get a +3.
Maybe.
Okay, John, go ahead and roll another one. Okay. So as soon as she feels your presence about to grab her, she like pushes back off you and flips backwards. In the act of grabbing her, revealed your invisibility.
He goes, all right. He just sits there.
Really? The whole invisible act? I could hear you.
Are you kidding? I was invisible.
Bacta, your turn. And you can see him now.
I can. That ring of invisibility I've got is that a bonus action or an action to go invisible?
I want to say it's a bonus action, but I will double check.
I also don't know if I have the ring. Like I have
it's
the
an
ring
action.
back from Vardrak.
It's a full action.
Mm. Will you stop meowing? You're fine.
Yeah, Bob.
Our neighbor gave us old cat toys, and she's been going nuts about catnip, so it's just constant. I'll go invisible and get out of his range of, like, get out of melee range. So I don't have anything to, like, I have the ring of invisibility on my person, but I've got nothing to roll to make me go invisible. So I'll just roll sneak. Or stealth. It's called stealth in this game.
That you would do anyways, just to see how silently you walk away.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you're invisible now.
No fun. Come back.
Oh, so you can do it, but I can't?
Exactly.
Well, if she said that, you now have an idea where she is based on her
Yep.
voice.
Exactly. He's gonna fire a firebolt at
Go ahead and do it at disadvantage.
All right. Whoops. Am I targeting? Why is this broken? There we go. Disadvantage. There we go. What the fuck?
What?
is that?
What did you do?
Why?
I don't know.
Try again.
So it would have been a hit either way. So go ahead and roll damage.
Uncanny dodge.
Okay, I'll give you your 5 back. Next time, if you don't click it before he rolls damage, you don't get it.
Yeah. Okay.
He's like, ha, found
Melissa,
you.
you should drag Uncanny Dodge to the little hot bar at the bottom of the screen. And then that way, anytime you're about to Uncanny Dodge, you could just hit F1.
Can't do it. Okay.
Yeah, so he shoots a fireball at you. And for a brief second, Vardrock, you just see like it hit and you see this silhouette.
He goes, ooh.
There we go. You're no fun.
What? You're the one that started talking when you were invisible. Not my fault.
It'd be a
That's
shame
the
if she
point.
did like some kind of a sneak attack or something while invisible.
Oh.
Assassinate.
Yeah. Where is my rapier? There's so many weapons still on my character sheet, and I'm not carrying any of them. Oh no, wait, I don't carry my rapier anymore. I carry the scimitar. I forgot that existed. Alright. Do I get an advantage while invisible?
Do a stealth roll. Combated by a perception roll for Vardrock. Never mind, don't even bother rolling. Yeah, so
hey. You'll know.
I'm trying to help you. Fucking 30, goddamn.
I
So,
can
yeah.
do one thing really well.
So you can sneak up right behind him. You can get your full advantage stealth attack on him. And make sure you do it with slashing. Since how you're using the scimitar.
Do it.
Yep. Alright.
You still gotta roll the
still
attack roll,
the
though,
hit, yeah. That was awful.
You missed by 1.
Wait, should I have had advantage with that?
Yeah, you should have had advantage, yeah.
I clicked advantage at the bottom and it still only rolled once, so I'll just do a second roll and see
Yeah,
how
go
that
ahead.
does. I'll take the miss.
If you want, I mean, you do have the ability to use 2 of your player points and roll again.
I'm not gonna do that just for training. I don't care.
So she made an attack, so that reveal her.
Yep, that reveals her, and she is standing next to you, swinging a scimitar. Like you hear the sound, this, and as soon as you do, you turn and see her starting to come into visibility, and you roll out of the way, and there's a weird slap noise. I don't know what that is.
Wow, Cliff. And then he's gonna make sure she's still targeted. Yep. He's gonna cast command.
She is not falling for it. Say what you're gonna say to her though, so she gets a chance to rebuttal.
Why wouldn't she fall for it on a 30?
She rolled a 30 against your 21.
What? It shows on my screen that's my roll.
Yeah.
Yep.
Say for Vardrock versus Vardrock.
Oh yeah, you attacked yourself then. That's why.
Oh yeah.
Jerp.
Vakta has Vakta targeted, and Vardrock has, or he had Vardrock and Vakta targeted.
Whoa! When did I start targeting myself? What happened? Cliff, what did you do?
I didn't do shit. I haven't touched either one of you guys. Don't try blaming me for your weirdness.
I don't know. I have myself targeted. And now Grimble has me targeted.
Vardrock
reason.
has had Vakta targeted for the longest time. Oh yeah, you were attacking yourself there that last round. Can't trust you guys to do nothing.
Hey, I haven't done shit yet.
Hey, listen, I don't trust you.
I mean, that's true.
So
Wrong.
go ahead and try to roll that again, John. Now that you have the right person targeted.
Fucking roll a 30.
Because the first number is always who you're rolling against. The second number is who you're rolling. Oh, you can't see that anyways. It's hidden. But it shows 30 versus 21. So I'm like, all right, if they rolled a 30, that means that they resisted it. You don't roll for this. They do. It's against your passive DC. So you didn't roll a 30. I mean, you did, but you didn't. You know what I mean? Yeah, okay. So go ahead with your command, because she definitely ain't. She ain't about
I'm not wise.
She ain't about that life.
So he goes, stop. And she just slams to the ground. He's like, I think we're done for the day. And then he's going to use his move action and start heading upstairs to bed. See you in a little bit, honey. He's just walking upstairs. Good night, Grandma.
So Vakta, you immediately have control of yourself again because you were able to fulfill the command. So by stopping, it removes the effect from you. All right, so Batsu, what are you doing? You caught up with Chodo and Zuminer, who were they were basically doing like political work, like just talking to the people and people that were leaving. They were like escorting them out and whatnot.
Yeah. As soon as I catch up to him, I yell out for Chodo. I'm like, "Your one of your contacts made it for the gunpowder."
Like, I know.
Oh, inform you know, the leader of the group.
Listen, you told me to hang with the old dude here, no offense, and so I've been
my
hanging with
God.
him, and he's actually pretty cool.
For an old guy.
I look at Zoomer like, did you need him this entire day, or could he have come to me?
He said that you told him to stick with me, so that's what he did.
Did you need him at all?
Wow.
It was fine having company.
Chodo, come on, let's go. Say goodbye to your friend.
Like, all right, man. Thank you for today. He just turns around and walks away.
I like slap him on the side. Like, did you at least go over the sewer system shit?
Oh yeah. We talked about that at like 10 this morning.
Okay, well, you got progress. Good job.
Yeah, man. We did everything today.
Well, I hope you're like acquainted with everything now.
Well, yeah. I mean, he showed me around pretty much everywhere in the city, and he was telling me like what the idea is for where they're gonna be digging and where they're gonna have the access to the sewers, and he's pretty much got it all laid out. So I think that he said that once everybody clears out of here tomorrow, that they're gonna start work on it. So.
Oh, something else that happened. Oh, Zoomer, come back. If he's not too far away.
I mean, you guys walked, a couple dozen feet away, but he's still within shouting distance.
I'm like, jog over to him real quick. I'm not sure if Vardrog ever got around to telling you, but we arranged something with the Queen of Durian where we will be getting 3 miles added to our property.
His eyes kind of light up a little bit. That's outstanding news. No, I haven't had a chance to catch up with him since all of this has happened?
It's going to be centered on where we're at right now. So we're going to be expanding in all directions. Just keep that in mind when you're going over your plans. I think I heard her say that they're going to send for someone to deliver the official stuff.
Yes, we will need to have the paperwork before we start doing anything, but that shouldn't affect anything that we're doing right now, as we only had enough money to be able to get the sewer going for the footprint that we currently have. But nonetheless, that is going to give us a great opportunity to be able to expand outward.
Right. Well, that's all I needed to tell you. Good night, and I'm running back over to Choto.
Like, good night!
So let's go and talk to this guy, see what you guys can work out price range, or if he can show some of us how to make the stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
I heard from Megami, too.
Yes, I was just about to ask you.
They're getting everything set up right now, and from the way it sounds, everything's going good. So she said that she'll let me know within a day or two what the progress is on this, but I mean, she always sounds optimistic about everything, but she sounded optimistic about this.
All right. Did she say anything about our new friend, healer?
The creepy guy?
Yeah, he was supposed to go and catch up with her, or if he couldn't catch up with her, go to Durian as well.
No, she didn't say anything about him.
Awesome. All right, let's go.
So you walk into Vakta's house and you see Grimble sitting in the corner, drinking a bottle of wine next to a pile of glass and a puddle of wine. You see that the furniture of the room is all pushed to the side, and there's like burnt cloth on the ground, feathers.
I know what you're thinking.
Vakta's angrily cleaning.
Vardrak is nowhere in sight.
Gribble starts to stand up and he's like looks like he's starting to take off like at the start of his coat, and he's like, "Aye, my turn."
What's going on? You all want to know what's going on?
We had a training session, and she's just like talking loud enough she knows Vardrak could hear her in the other room as she's just cleaning by herself angrily.
Hold on. Nah, he definitely does not hear that.
You, Vardrak, and
No, he just watched.
okay. Like,
if I watched, you mean I got stabbed from afar?
I got the wine and you faster. And she's just like picking up the broken glass and throwing it away, just like muttering to herself the entire time. She's so angry.
Choto leans into you. He's like, "Should we do this tomorrow?"
No, that's king and queen. I try to not be in the house because of this kind of stuff, but it's fine. It happens all the time.
Just sparring.
Yeah, you'll learn or do sparring when you get older.
Grimble continues to think to himself, "These are the people that I chose to help."
So I'm gonna go and take a seat next to Grimble, and if there's any like wine bottles around, I'm grabbing it and popping it open.
You have to go through a couple of them because you just keep picking up empties that are surrounding Grimble.
If I find
just
one.
pulling another one out of a cupboard, just like.
You gonna join us, or you gonna clean? Now that Queens had someone to do that shit for them.
Doctor just looks up and glares at him. He's like, "You gonna help or you gonna stand there?"
Choto immediately starts helping.
There you go. You can talk from over there, right, Choto?
Yeah, sure.
Grimble just sits there staring. He's just like, no.
Yeah, like Batsu like leans back in his chair and starts taking a drink out of his.
No, this is fine, guys. I'll just do this. Don't worry about it. I'm only literally the only person that knows what's going on right now, but that's cool.
I'll go get Vardrock and you can tell us what's going on. And she storms off to the bedroom. Like, still carrying a piece of broken glass. Just like, maybe I'll stab him. Maybe I won't.
Surprise attack.
He is
we'll
sleeping.
Find out.
He is sleeping, so that would be a stealth attack. Assassination.
Seeing that he's sleeping, she's just gonna...
Wait, how long has it been
It has not been long, I don't think.
It's probably been 10-20 minutes.
Okay. From downstairs, you hear Vakta open the door, and all of a sudden you hear, "Ha ha! On guard!"
Oh, God, how does he have this?
How does he have this stamina?
No, Shoto's here. He's got stuff to tell us. Get dressed and come downstairs. She just turns around and leaves.
The Batsu yells out, "There's a child in the house!"
Grimble yells up the stairs, this time from yes!
You just watched? they just let you watch?
Dude.
Vardrock was in the
How did you
First
get
they blew up what looks like a pillow. I thought it was a roast duck, so I came running because I was hungry. And then all I
Choto's
see
just
is
like...
a big heaping handful of tiefling ass. So I stayed.
Dude.
Well, I'm glad you enjoyed the show, I guess. But
Batsu, are you sure you don't want to do this tomorrow?
That's fine.
You see, like, Vardra coming out with, like, his most basic clothes on. He's walking down, and he, like, looks down, pulls a glass shard out of his side, and throws it on the ground. And it comes and has a seat.
I didn't stab you with it.
I don't know how that got there.
I don't know. I woke you up.
Uh-huh. This is no longer
Wake
hard.
up, honey! I think I've seen
I
someone
got
wake their husband
stabbed.
up like that before on the ID network.
He surprised me. I was stabbed.
All right, what's this about?
Shoto, get up. Get over here.
Thank you for helping clean, Shoto.
My pleasure.
She glares at Vardrock.
He smiles back.
Choto's like walking up and like he's looking over at Grimble, and as he's doing it, he kind of pulls his jacket back a little bit and he's showing both the pistols on his hips. He's like thrusting his hips forward slightly to make it super obvious. Like, so.
Wow.
It's like, so, those are cute.
Oh, these? Yeah. So, you got the goods?
So, he pulls out Swanson from off his back. He's like, oh yeah, I got the goods.
Overcompensating. So do we still have we still got the same agreement we had before? 500 a month?
You know, part of me almost thought I had to rethink it after seeing what all I got myself into. But I think for comedic effect, that will be enough alone.
There you go. So King, gun guy, give him 500 gold and he'll keep enough black powder running through here for a month.
Oh, I wasn't aware that this was an agreement.
I mean, this was the agreement that we had back before in Sea Bluff, before the wah, and then the Sea Bluff. But but he's still good with it. So like, you know, your guards, keep their riffles and that's what you wanted, I thought.
Yeah, I mean, sure, I guess, yeah. We'll go see the treasury in the morning, and we'll get you paid up for the month.
Aye.
He's still standing there all awkwardly with the 2 pistols showing.
Roxy just kind of looks at him and just put it away.
What? Oh, oh no, these? No, it's okay.
She just quirks her eyebrow and just stares deadpan at him.
I'm gonna go downstairs.
Looks at Batsu. Cute kid.
He shouts after him, maybe when you stop playing with the hair triggers, then you can play with the big boys.
Whatever you say, little guy.
Oh, no!
Don't shoot my house. Don't
Grimble
shoot my
readies
house.
his
Don't shoot my
rifle.
house. Don't shoot my house.
Chodo comes back up the stairs, looking exactly like Grimble. Oh, I'm a dwarf. I have a short temper and a big gun.
Oh no!
No, she just turns and glares at Chodo as if he shoots my house, you are paying for the repairs.
Batsu's after he said the first comment, Batsu got up, and when Chodo came back into the room, he kicked him downstairs.
Grimble still got his rifle poised, like, just looking for somebody to fucking shoot. You want to run that by me one more time there, Boyle?
No, don't blow
I think he's gonna be
No.
doing his own thing for a little bit.
Toby, he's talking shit from the basement.
Holes in my house, please. It's
You
nice
keep
house.
your little rat under control there, Batsu.
He's young. He doesn't know any better.
Clearly.
He says in Dwarvish, would have loved to see you shoot him though.
He replies back in Dwarvish, oh, we can make that happen.
Maybe a different time.
I mean, if you ever need a doorway made, just let me know.
Was that in Dwarvish or back
Yes.
to common? Oh.
Oh, was that the big business? Can I go back to bed?
In common. So Grimble, you're gonna be showing the blacksmith how to upgrade on his design.
Hey.
Okay. And I'll tag along when you do that, and I want to learn how you make this material too, the gunpowder. And Vardrak, you want each of your soldiers to have one of these. You want them to be regularly supplied, right?
Enough for each of them, and enough for them to enough training, if that can be added to the list. Because I'm going to assume, like any weapon, you can't just hand it to someone and they be proficient with it.
Well, you can hand it to them and they can shoot it.
I'm not sure.
Make no guarantee that they won't blow themselves up.
Yeah, that's what we want to prevent.
Yeah, I'm
How
pretty
do
sure
you
there's
think
only
I got
one person in
this?
that room.
And yeah, I think that's everything. You could go back to bed, Vardrak. I think I'm gonna be up a little longer tonight.
Playing protector. He says in Dwarvish.
Too much going on right now in Dwarvish.
You just hear yell up from the basement in Dwarvish. Why such a short
Grimble Rill just has enough of it. He goes over and kicks in the door to the basement.
Yeah, Batsu yells out, I tried, man.
Starts going down the stairs.
No blowing holes in my house. Take it outside.
Oh, Choda, you do better than that.
No, he can't. You can go ahead and make a perception roll if you're gonna try to find him.
Where the hell did it go? Skills.
Since how you have +5 in wisdom, I'm pretty sure you'll find him. Yeah, you see him. He's like he's hiding behind some furniture.
Oh, good. Even better.
Really?
Pissed him off.
Oh, let me see how much health Chodo has again.
He's got plenty.
15.
Oh my god.
All right, so now it's just the attack roll, right? First.
Yep. And that is a hit.
Oh my
Oh.
god.
I was. Yeah. Okay.
What happened?
I thought I was still targeting Vakta, but it changed to Chodo.
Oh no! So no, I changed it to Chodo for you. So you hit him with the system shock rules are on. So because you did more than half his damage in a single hit, you basically knocked him down to 0 hit points. You didn't kill him, but you knocked him down to 0 hit points in a single hit. He's like hiding. He's like hiding behind some furniture, and you guys just hear this.
As soon as I hear that shot, I like jump up real quick, like, oh.
Doctor's already bolting down the stairs, shouting, "No blowing holes in my house!"
Yeah,
Vargar,
see-
can you like make sure he doesn't die?
Vardrak is going to immediately activate booming voice, and he's looking to intimidate everybody. He's like, the queen said not in her fucking house, outside now.
If anybody does not have a +6 in a Constitution save, go ahead and make a Constitution save. Yeah, so everybody is now intimidated.
Damn it.
But oddly enough, Chodo's not moving towards the outside of the house.
Vardrak is like stomping down the stairs.
So as Batsu, Vakta, and eventually Vardrak go down there, you see this piece of split furniture with this, unconscious, bleeding 15-year-old laying on the ground.
He walks over and looks at it like, Vakta's not gonna like that they damaged her furniture.
Doctor's already in Batsu's face, like, I told Chodo if anything of mine was damaged because of him, he was paying for it.
Take the money from him.
He
Take twice the amount.
he grabs Chodo by the leg and starts walking back upstairs.
Dunk, dunk, dunk.
Okay, then he is officially dead.
Oh no!
Not hard enough
One
to
of those
kill him.
hit.
If he is at 0 hit points unconscious, that means death saving throws. And if you're dragging him up the stairs, every time his head bounced off a stair, he would be dead.
Okay. If it looks like it's gonna do damage to him, I will use a cure wounds on him.
Grimble yells back down the stairs, "I'll fix the furniture."
We'll do let's see, where's Chodo?
Little shit.
He's the one laying dead in the corner.
Okay, I'm doing cure wounds, but it's, let me see if I can, yeah, I can multiply it. Okay, I'm doing a third slot.
Fast
Now I drag his ass up the
That's fair.
stairs.
Give me a
storming
D8.
up after.
Yeah, so as you're dragging him up, he's just like he like comes to and he's like, "Ugh, what the
He's gonna march him right outside and let him go. He looks over at Brimlow's like, all right, now continue the duel.
Vox is just shaking her head, just like, Chodo, pay up. I told you if anything of mine was damaged because you were antagonizing him, you're paying for it.
You said that if I break anything, I didn't break anything.
I said if he breaks anything because of you, you are going to pay for it. I want my money.
How much was it?
I don't know how much a couch is.
You're the queen. Name a price.
Go ahead.
I think what Chodo is saying is, fuck your couch.
I go up to Chodo and I smack him on the back of the head. I'm like, that looked expensive. I think it was about 200 gold pieces.
That thing wasn't worth 200 gold pieces. Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, but that's what you're gonna pay for it.
I mean, it was like 20 gold at best.
Remble picks his rifle back up.
Vodka quirks her eyebrow and doesn't say anything.
I mean, you can
Just-
hold the rifle all you want to. It's not going to change the value of a couch.
It's
He's like,
my couch.
kid, that
I'm
was a
letting you
one-time heal.
I am letting you stay here for free in my house. It's a 200 gold
Hey, Cliff.
couch.
Yeah.
Isn't that right?
Yeah, who's that towards?
Chodo.
Oh, okay.
Jesus.
Right in the back of the head.
Yeah. And he is down and out. He is dying again.
Was it my fault this time?
Just squat down next to him. I'm like, Vardrock.
I mean, you can attempt a medicine check to stabilize him if you want.
Um,
I feel like Batsu would do more harm than good.
Jeez, Roderick's gonna go over. He's gonna put a finger on this kid's head and give him 5 points of lay on hands.
He's like,
Batsu still
yeah,
has
yeah.
he still has his hand on the back of his head, like pushing it into the ground. And he is
All right, fine. 200 gold, fine.
he's squatting down right next to him. And he grabs his hair, pulls him up, and he's like, we're done with these issues. And walks away.
And he gives 200 gold to Vakta.
She's just turning around and going back inside. Like she's whatever.
Yeah. Chodo just walks away. Like, towards the gate.
Roderick looks over at Grimble and just kind of gives like this little nod of approval. And then walks in the house.
I don't know what part of dwarf he didn't understand. He like walks back in and puts his gun back on his back.
I'm just waiting for another short pun to come from the gates.
Batsu sees him walking away, so he like waits a little bit, then follows him.
Yeah, you see him. He's sitting in like the wood line, and he's like sitting in a tree.
Frodo, come on, let's go to the tavern.
No, I'm good. I
Wasn't
see that
asking.
you. I see that you'd rather turn against your own brother.
And did anyone follow us? Hoping not. No? All right.
I think everyone else went back in the house.
All right. He drops his fake form and goes into his true form. And with that, all of his scars that he's been hiding have come out. Like, you see what I have done for you. And you kind of give me the courtesy to help me along with this plan.
This plan that I've literally been doing everything for while you're out parading around with the king. Yeah, no, totally not helping there at all. Don't try to pretend like I'm not the eyes, the ears, the hands, the feet of this operation here. Like, you should have had my back there. They would have listened to you.
I'm not gonna back you up while you're making fun of people. That's not something that you back up.
Oh, that's how dwarves play with each other.
It didn't look like he was playing when he shot you.
Facts.
Tough love.
Yeah.
Not just shot him, but shot him with a couch.
The dwarf issue, that was fun. But that was me. That was all me. The couch issue and the whole sucker punching me, that was you.
That was me trying to be good with these people, trying to not make the king and the queen cast you out.
Over a
Because
couch.
you do not know how these people are. You, like I said, you're
Accurate.
No, apparently I don't know who a lot of people are in my life.
Ooh.
Ooh.
like you said, I'm the one going around with them. These people would kill anyone in an instance for pissing them off.
Mm-hmm.
Back.
It's happened.
Yeah, apparently you would too.
He pulls out a health potion. Like, you really think I would kill you?
Yeah, I'm really thinking you came close.
Like I said, come on, come down.
No, I'm good. You go ahead. Go deal with your new friends and whatever it is that you're doing right now. I'm gonna stay here and think.
Angst. Moody teenage angst.
Teenage angst.
Yep.
I know better than you. Drama.
So Matsui just leans against the tree, and until Choto moves, he's just staying there and might fall asleep there if he doesn't move.
He's not moving.
All right.
Need me to come shoot the tree down?
Come out with some axes.
He has one of those too.
I am well equipped for most situations.
After like a few minutes, like Batsu will see Asha walking calmly up to him. And she like stares at him for a little bit, and then she just kind of like makes this head gesture like towards the town.
sitting there.
She like walks up beside you and then like starts nudging you with her head.
She's just gonna keep nudging.
Looks like you're being summoned. You don't want to keep your friends waiting.
I would leave this place in an instance if I thought that we couldn't benefit here. If I thought they were going to kick you out, we could build something in Durian. The only reason we're here is because I don't want to be on the run forever.
So our choices are we're on the run forever, or we have to tiptoe around people that are going to kill you over a couch. Good choices.
You can live like a king here. Just don't say stupid shit. Or you could be in the streets again.
Not like I've been paying for his food, his wine. He's staying in my house for free. Not like any of that's been happening.
Not like he's setting up a syndicate of fucking networks that are going on behind the scenes either.
Fucking teenagers.
How dare you be helpful?
He's like, go. It's fine. I'm fine. I'll let you know if I hear any updates.
I leave the health potion with him. I get up and I give him the 200 gold that he gave the Bhakta. Like I said, you guys do your thing. I'm handling them. If money ever becomes an issue, I'll handle it too. Just give them what they want and I'll pay you back.
He doesn't take it, so he's just like looking at you. He doesn't take the health potion or the money.
It's right there on the floor and he walks away.
After Batsu walks away, like Asha's like got her front paws like up the tree, like and just kind of like scratching at it and staring at Chodo.
Yeah, no, he's not even paying attention to it.
She makes a few noises trying to get his attention.
Like, go away.
And then she like after a few seconds, she just kind of like walks around a little circle and then lays down. And she's just gonna stay there until he moves.
All right, what's everybody else doing?
Finishing cleaning my house
And then sleep.
and then sleep.
Yeah, sleep. Going to the shed.
All right. Well, you guys all end up going to sleep. The whole time that you're awake, Vardrak, you don't hear any response back from Asha that he moved.
Oh, this was all Asha. Vardrak has no idea. Like he let her know what was going on because she heard the loud blast of a gunshot. And then she just kind of went out there on her own to make sure everyone was okay. But she can't communicate that.
No, okay. Well, yeah, so he never left. All right, so what's on the game plan? You guys wake up, do your morning routines.
Oh,
Vardrak has a little bit of sadness rush over him when he realizes that he doesn't get whatever meal he wants this morning.
Anybody in the house? We hear the usual bumping around in the morning. And a lot of bitching.
Practice. A lot of wet slapping noises.
Possibly.
Practice.
And then, yeah, getting dressed and going to get breakfast.
soon as you leave, you see Batu asleep, like at the front door outside.
Like shake your shoulder. The hell are you doing out here?
Waiting, brother. Stupid shit.
He mad at you?
Yeah, you fucking dropped someone from punching him in the back of the head when they weren't expecting it. Plus, it being family, he's gonna piss someone off.
Oh, well. Figured he'd be mad at the person that shot him. I would be.
Yeah. He just leans against the house. What are you doing?
Well, I'm gonna go grab our new dwarven friend and let's go have some breakfast and discuss what we're doing.
Yeah, let's go.
I'll go over and pound on the shed door.
Grimble's like still waking up. He's still all groggy. He's like, "Hey, yeah, what?
Come on, food.
And like instantly, like the door just bursts open, and he's just like on his feet, ready to go, just instantly.
Like I'm picturing the sound of just all these beer bottles falling over.
Clank, 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 hey!
And he just moved in.
You look in, and it's just like they fall out of the shed. They're like, "How the hell did you even find that many? We went to bed 3 hours ago."
Accurate.
It's called dwarven perception. He points at his eye.
I'm gonna head to the inn, order up some food.
And while you're in there, you see in the very back corner, Ravage is sitting there at a table by himself eating.
Is there a big enough table that fits all of us, including him?
Single table, no, but you could move some tables together to make it happen.
We'll move some tables together and I'm gonna gesture for him to come on over and have a seat.
He's like, as you're moving the tables, he's just watching, like. And as you gesture, he kind of pauses for a second. Stands up. Sits at the table you waved him over to.
Vardrak takes a big chug of his little morning mead and says, "Well, did you consider my offer?"
I did. And I tried just blending in here, but this townsfolk life is not for me. I need the smell of the battlefield. I need the combat.
I think I might be able to help you out with that.
I appreciate it, but I don't want to be a town guard.
No town guard. No, not for you. I have bigger plans for you. Like I said, you want to see what you can truly do? Accept my offer. You'll see plenty of battle.
He like pauses and he grabs his cup and he just tips it up. Puts it down. Well, then I accept.
Then we have a deal, and he holds up his mug to cheers him.
He like holds it up and he kind of like tips it sideways, like clings it together with yours and just sets it back down.
Like half of what's left of his in there, and then slams it.
And he bottoms it up.
Excellent. Go find Zuminer, have him take you to the smith, get a weapon, whatever you're most comfortable with, and something that you can use it in long and short range. Maybe a bow. I don't know. Whatever you like.
Well,
And then,
he already gave me a few things. I got an axe and a javelin and a spear.
perfect. Then you're all set then, because we're going to be probably leaving here pretty soon.
I don't mean to be offensive, but I've been ready to leave.
Yeah, excellent. Now, for everyone else, we need to set sail. We need a crew. What are you thinking, Batsu?
I want to check Choto. He would be the best to get information while we're out there, but he needs to be here in case anything happens. They will be able to contact us directly, like as soon as it happens. And do you have anyone seaworthy that you know of?
I was going to suggest that you send some of your guys out to talk to the people of Sea Bluff. I'm sure plenty of those refugees are sailors.
Yeah, we could do that.
And aside from that, is there anything anyone else needs to settle up on before we leave?
As long as there's plenty of meat on the ship, that's all I care about.
That's actually a worthy thing to think of. I'm gonna need wine. Someone drink all of mine.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Those bottles were empty when I got there.
Bacta would probably just be like, maybe.
I had to make a bed out of those bottles. There was nothing in the shed for me to sleep on.
You wanted the shed. Well, I guess make sure you have whatever goods you might think you need on the voyage.
Beer, totally beer.
And as they say, I hope you have your sea legs ready, Grimble.
I mean, I don't got much of legs, but they're sturdy.
Accurate.
Truth.
And as you guys are talking, you like hear this commotion from outside.
Oh,
There.
Vardrak's gonna take the last bite of his food, drink the last of his meat, push it away. Looks at Ravage and just says, "Well, it's time to start first day." And gets up and starts walking out.
Ravage walks over to the corner and grabs all this stuff. He has like this single like backpack, and it just has like this handle of an axe sticking out of it like 5 feet from the top. And then it's got a javelin on one side and it has a spear on the other, both pointing downward. He grabs it, and he puts it on, and he grabs the battle axe and unsheaths it, and he just starts following behind you.
Grimble gets up and he's walking, following, but like as he does, he like picks up the bone that Vardrak was eating and just like gnaws on it as he's walking out.
As you guys walk outside, you hear there's like yelling going on from the southern gates.
That's where we're heading.
Yeah.
And you see that there is this cart with a single person on it, and he's arguing with the guards. And as you guys get closer, you notice that it is Batsu's creepy friend.
Run up. I'm like, oh.
Accurate.
And the guards are like, "You're not bringing that in here."
Walk up to the cart. What does he have?
In the back of the cart, covered in a tarp, there are 5 dead bodies.
I'm like, peek into the tarp and anything distinguishable about these bodies.
They're dead.
Yeah.
They're very dead.
Could have told you that one.
From the smell.
They don't got any they're not guards or anything from Durian, right?
I mean, they just look like commoners. There's no real discerning marks on them or characteristics. It's just a cart full of dead bodies that he's hauling with him.
This is your mess.
what's,
They're not coming in my city.
what seems to be the problem, guards?
Oh my god.
Ribble leans over to Vardrock and he's like, "Is this common with Batsu? To be a trend."
Starting to be.
Like, they're not going to do anything.
I look over at Baka and Vardrock and like, did we get a shack built on where the land we got somewhere in the woods?
For
My friend needs a place to stay.
looks like he needs a place to store bodies. That ain't what we're doing here.
I
I thought we had this discussion that from death comes life. I will be able to further strengthen you all from these discarded people.
Sounds like necromancy.
Oh, it definitely is.
He's a healer. He can study what happened.
I think he's a very late healer if it involves dead bodies.
Yeah, you're.
No.
Looking so good.
I didn't attempt to heal these ones. These were dead long before I got to Durian.
That's the problem.
I'm not following.
So you just go
Yeah,
around
but
collecting.
the healer that has 5 dead bodies hauling with him.
Yeah.
I didn't know healer.
So, you're a paladin. You get your power from another source. I get my power from the dead. From their death, I can keep you alive. Would you rather you be the dead body or them be the dead bodies?
Is that a threat?
He like puts his hand over his face. No,
I
I'm
don't
simply
think-
stating that they're already dead. I use them to keep you, who is already alive, staying that way.
So you can only heal if you have disgusting rotted corpses right behind.
No, I can heal without them, but they do help increase my power. Not to mention, and he reaches inside of his robe and he pulls out this amulet that has like this skull on the front, and it's like just pulsating this like green light, and he puts his hand over it, and he reaches in the back underneath one of the tarps. And you start to see the tarp moving, and it like poofs up for a sec, and you see it fall down. And then standing next to him, you hear like this whoosh, and you see like this like transparent blue specter creature with these gangly long claws, and it's just standing there, like just breathing heavy next to him.
Hey, you got it. Hey, keep. Oh, they don't like.
Is this anything like the things that Reyna used to be able to summon to protect her? Or
Oh, no.
is it completely different?
It's
Okay,
completely
cool.
different.
This just
I
sounds
don't
like
like
necromancy with extra steps.
I don't like it. I'm just like, okay.
And like as you've seen this thing like appear, you notice like the glow from the amulet just dies out.
Gonna ready Swanson here. Not trusting that shit at all.
Plus, they can continue to serve even after they're dead.
Raising Swanson.
Ricard, we're gonna get, as we're going out adventuring, we're gonna get fresh stuff. You don't gotta be collecting stuff like you did back at Sea Bluff. You don't mind, but the people here, if you're gonna be welcome here, you can't have these smells and this rotting going around. Like I said, you're gonna be coming with me. We're gonna be getting lots of material for you. You're gonna have fresh stuff that won't bother the people around because we're gonna be supplying you with that. Just let the guards deal with the bodies and just come with me for now.
So I traveled 3 days for nothing with these.
Yep.
You got your amulet. That was all you said that you were gonna get to me.
Well, yes, but I considered this a bonus.
Nope.
Like I said, if we might get you your own place away from everything, you can do your experiments there, but
Maybe.
here is off limits.
Fine. What do you want me to do with them?
Guards, you stop them so you can deal with this. Come on, let's go.
Well, then I guess, I donate this wagon to the city.
Oh, that's the first good gesture I've heard all day.
Yes, keeping you alive through magic, not good gesture. Got it.
Like, wash it out first or something. I don't know. That looks.
Can we get the wagon without the bodies?
No.
Well, the guards now have commandeered my wagon, so
You just gave it to them.
they
It's
can
not
do
your
what they
wagon any
want.
longer.
Exactly, it's not my wagon any longer, and they are not my possessions any longer.
So that means you don't control them if you're going to do anything sneaky.
As he's walking away, this spirit is following him. Yes.
Batsu, your friend. I'm not leaving him in this town when we leave.
Yeah, I know. He's coming with us. I need to make sure
What?
he
Coming with us?
He has saved my life more times than I can count, and I am not leaving him anywhere. I'm taking him with me.
Make sure those guards burn those pile of bodies.
No, that's not going to do anything but stink up the town.
And bury them very, very deep.
Or in our we have a cemetery, don't we? Yeah, we do.
We do.
We have a cemetery. Just
Yes,
Put
you have
them
a
in-
glorious one right next to that temple.
You know what? Let's not put whatever he brought in our
Yeah.
cemetery. That sounds like a bad idea.
That could only potentially give him more things.
unmarked graves in the woods.
There you go.
Unmarked
We don't know who
pile
they are anyway.
deep into the ground, into the woods. That is on fire.
Peeking at the bodies, do any of them look like a dwarf that I know?
Give me a perception check.
Okay. I know that they're not, but on the off chance that I got
Like
lucky.
Rimble. Yes, a dwarf, you know.
None of them look like anybody that you know.
Okay.
I pull up the tarp. It's just me looking back at me. Well, shit.
Yeah, you want to know anything about that, would you, Jake?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I need another drink. And as you guys are walking away, Rikar's like, he leans into Batsu. They don't know anything about necromancy, do they?
No, but trust me, once you help them in battle, they appreciate you.
Yes, I'm sure they will.
If they
All the
lose a-
appreciation that I get around here, I'm sure.
especially if they lose a limb, you can supply them with another one. I'm pretty
And
sure
then
they're
they
great.
won't trust it.
Just
He's like, do. Like, why's my arm doing that? Stop it! Oh, sorry. Was that you?
Oh, thanks, I hate it.
Right.
Just in the middle of the night, just no, I'm trying to sleep.
Damn it.
Like, why are you doing this? I'm not doing anything. It's doing it. Can you at least not let it do that while I'm laying next to you?
Because now it's awkward.
just stay next to me.
So one more thing, Batsu, before we move on.
What's up?
The queen said something before she left.
That would have been better last night. Let's do that when we're alone.
And you're asking me to not only trust you, but trust your companions that you're vouching for when you're still withholding information from me.
After I made a pact with someone I didn't even know, someone that almost killed me because you and the queen didn't want to. Yeah, I want you to trust me.
Oh, I mean,
That is a valid point. Neither one of us wanted to deal with the jackal, and
I didn't need another voice in my head, for one. Two, after he set me up with a weapon that's working against me, I don't entirely trust any other gifts from him. And three, we could have found another person like Uathor or Zumaner or someone in town to be that communication. It didn't have to be you, but you stepped up and volunteered.
And after doing that, you still don't trust me?
I don't. It's not that I don't trust you, but it is a setback. Because now I'm wondering what else you might be withholding.
He extends his arm like outwards, and it's like a twisted in a little bit, and like the same thing you see when he transformed, it only happens to his arm, and it is covered in multiple scars that were not there before. It looks like his arm shouldn't even be functioning right. And he undoes it, and it's back to normal without a scratch on it. There's more to that, but all of me, and like I said, it's better talked about alone.
And this is, we all have scars. They're
Yeah,
nothing
but
to be ashamed of.
it's not that. It's what changes up here.
You have a different head.
Slightly.
In 1 second, I'll be right back.
Yep. Oh, yes, we'll discuss it later. Let's just get our stuff and get going.
And Batsu walks to the refugee camp.
Vardra's going to make a quick pit stop, leave the 10 platinum with Thor to put into the treasury, and also just ask him how well did they do as far as income from the festival.
He's like, oh, I think it did really well. I haven't been able to finish counting everything out, but it looks like we would have seen a good profit.
All right. Does that put us back into the positive numbers after we dig our little sewer system out?
It looks like we should be breaking even. We won't be in the hole, but we still need some extra reserves.
Yes, for sure. Donovan will hopefully be showing up soon, and we made an agreement that I didn't get a chance to run by you. He's going to live directly underneath the city going forward.
Underneath it?
Yes. He's going to dig out his lair directly underneath Dracarius, and he's going to live directly underneath our feet going forward. So he should dig far enough under where we can still have our sewer system and it's still not breach into his cave. But with a green dragon living underneath, I don't need to tell you, but our crops and everything are going to be plentiful.
Oh, I can definitely foresee many positives and negatives of that.
And in your construction of sewers, we'll just make one like solid shaft, maybe from the treasury, where we can just throw his offerings down there right into his cave so no one has to disturb him.
I will modify the plans a little bit, and we should be able to do that without affecting the cost too much, yes.
Perfect. And we're gonna see if we can find a crew, and then we're going to go take care of some things. I'll fill you in when we get back.
What kind of crew are you looking for?
Sailors.
Well, you should be able to find them amongst the refugees, as Sea Bluff was teaming with them.
Yep, that's the idea. Bats has already run ahead. I'm going to go catch up to him and see what we can find.
Well, if you need anything, send word.
All right. I guess the only thing we're going to need is plenty of alcohol and supplies for the voyage.
Well, we have some supplies here, and Arian left some yesterday after he came.
Perfect. All right. So we're going to go get squared away. We'll grab the supplies with whatever crew we can find, and then we're going to get going.
All right. Safe travels, and let me know if you need anything.
Absolutely. And they're going to head on out to meet back up with Batsu.
And Batsu, you're already talking to the refugees?
Yep. Trying to get a crew together.
How's that going?
Fuck, I don't know. I got this creepy guy following me around.
He's like, yes, come join us.
Maybe
Are you
Vakta-
sick?
Maybe Vakta should have gone, since she's been with all the people and just like finger guns and hey, you're cool. As she gets to know people.
Wow.
Hey, people like me. They think I'm a good queen. Don't wow me.
Is the impressed wow.
So, Batsu, go ahead and give me a persuasion check.
That's not it.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
Okay,
That's
you
not
can
it.
you can see that there are people there. Okay, now try to persuade them.
Almost.
I see.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Yeah. What?
That's
So, as you're walking over to talk to them, after you changed your shape back, you start noticing, like some of the scars on your face are starting to reappear. They're like fading through your transformation. And like as you're talking to them, you notice you can feel like your skin start to tighten in certain areas as the scar tissue emerges.
Oh no.
Oh no.
So.
And they're all like, Are you okay?
Basu has his hood up and he is walking with his head down towards Vakta's house right now.
Oh.
Come out, we're like, where the hell is Batsu?
I thought he was talking to these people.
You just see him fast walking with his hood up.
Oh, guess he's gotta go tinkle.
That's a Bardrak word.
Yes.
Guess he's gonna go tinkle.
I can't imagine Bardrak saying tinkle, honestly. Like,
Does it?
He has to go make wee.
He's gotta go wee.
So yeah, so you walk over and you see him walking away, and the town, you know, some of the refugees that he was talking to are just like kind of looking like, what the fuck was that?
Well, my queen, would you like to try to persuade us a crew?
I can try. Talk to some of them. Like, do I recognize any from having like talked to them in all of my off time? Just can't think of words.
Give me an insight.
Oh no, I'm terrible at that.
Give me an insight to see if you can actually recall any of these conversations that you had, or if you just kind of autopiloted through them.
Ooh,
Nat
my
20!
Boom! Give me another 20. Let's see how well you remember.
The queen of the people.
Good to be the queen. So yeah, so there's a few of them that you, when you had conversations with them, you actually kind of connected. And
Hey.
yeah,
Yeah,
so those are the ones that you kind of hone in on as you walk over there.
Like, Steve, Sam.
Yeah, that's what it said, Frank.
Alright, I'm gonna go talk to some of the people I recognize the most, or have talked to the most, and just start spreading word that we're looking for a crew to sail with us. If anybody knows of anyone or is a sailor themselves, and
Give me a persuasion check.
I can do that.
I know you can. You can do anything you want to do. I trust in you.
Yeah.
One of us.
Yeah.
Hey, my chair keeps sliding to the side. Hold on. There we go.
Bouncy.
Jake doesn't know, but I've got one of those chairs that's just the exercise ball on a stand, and I keep moving on it, so I keep.
In other words, not a chair.
It's great for your.
It's the kind that you could put like a toy on the top. So you were talking to the.
I don't actually own any of those.
Roll a deception check.
I have a husband. Like, I can just go upstairs and be like, "Wake up."
Don't slap it. That's mean.
Some people are into that, Cliff.
That's true.
Kink shame.
I'm not no kink shaming here. All right. So yeah. So you gather up enough people that worked on the docks, who were dock hands or that they sailed. All right, John.
Oh. She's on a roll. Let her roll it.
I will. John, high or low?
Oh no. High.
Melissa, go ahead and roll a percentage die. Right click on the D10 and click on the percent.
Yeah, I remember how to do that.
Hey.
Hot damn.
And
John, high five.
you guys actually luck out and find a person that actually used to be a captain of one of the trading vessels that has been bored to death doing this peasantry work on the land and jumps at the opportunity to do this. And he agrees that as long as you keep him fed and drunk, that he won't even charge to helm the ship.
Perfect.
We can do that.
Yes.
So how much
Drunk is what we
money
do.
are you willing to pay your crew?
That's a question for the king. Vardrak?
Fully abdicate responsibility from this question.
He leans over to Vakta. He's like, I gave just about all my money to the treasury. Just so we could break even.
On me right now.
Like tree fitty, platinum?
I've got.
Oh, actually, you don't have that much money on you. Wow.
Yeah, I've got.
She donated a
700.
bunch.
I put in a bunch of money
Mhm.
for the treasury. Like almost all of that I had, except for the 700 gold that's on me and 100 copper. Why am I carrying around copper? I'm free. I've only got like 700 gold and 100 copper, and
The
100.
bullets.
This is just says 100 region. What?
The regents are crafting regents.
Oh yeah. You got
Gimme,
that.
gimme, gimme.
Nah, mine. All right. I've got 700 gold on me. Otherwise, we'd have to go out of the treasury. So, what are you willing to? I will part with all of it, but what should we do?
I mean, that should be more than enough because these people aren't used to seeing as much gold as we come across.
Remember
got
that these
two.
are sailors.
Okay, I'm not giving them sex.
Well,
Eh?
I mean,
Well, maybe Batsu. He's a changeling.
I can be anything you want. me to be.
Yeah.
how about, do you guys want to have sex with the Queen of Durian?
He can do that.
Ixnay on the Ihe.
Yeah.
Batsu, you've just been voluntold.
Vardrak's going to ask the captains. So, what did your crew used to charge, or how much did you pay them per day for their services?
It depended on the job and how long we were going to be at sea. Are we going to be manning a fighting vessel? Is it going to be a cargo vessel? Or is it just going to be a cruising vessel?
It seemed to be more of a cruising vessel.
Well, for a cruising vessel, we only need 5 or so good men. And if you paid them 5 gold a day, that'd be more than what they're used to.
Well, you know what? Let's make sure this is accurate. Vardrak walks over to where there's just plenty of open space there. Asha comes running over and he like lifts one of the packs up and he pulls out this crate and then he like throws it out into the open field. And then in Draconic, he says, ship.
And it just hits the ground. Nothing happens.
It's like, okay. He's like, what's the other one? Hold on, give me a second. He says, oh, wait. In Draconic, he says, fleet.
Give me a either insight or arcana check.
Let's do that one. Oh, I landed on a 16, but then it didn't show
No, it
up.
didn't. If it falls off the table, it don't count. Roll again.
Bullshit.
I don't want to hear your lies. It was a nat 20, I promise. You get the feeling that this thing probably only works in water.
Sits on the floor.
Yeah. He goes over, he bites open one of his flasks and starts throwing water all around it.
And what are you saying?
Then he steps back and says fleet and Draconic again.
Go ahead and roll me a percentage die.
Damn it, how do I do that?
Right click on the D10.
All right.
Damn.
So yeah, so as you say it just blows up to the boat size. And you see that it's like dragging on the dirt and causing scars in the ground, and you get the feeling that like doing this on land like this could cause some serious damage to your boat.
He's like, okay, there's he turns around at the captain. He's like, it's a size slightly bigger than this, but I'm not gonna do it here because yeah. And then he says in Draconic, he says fold.
And as you do, you just hear like you see the thing just fold up and it kind of just like falls into one of the scars that the ship made.
Asha goes and like retrieves it, like just dragging it back. So yes, bigger ship than what I just showed you. Is that gonna be 5 enough for that or more?
5 plus me should be fine.
Okay.
A ship that size, you probably only need 1 or 2 crew.
Perfect. All right. So how much would you say would be fair if we say are out at sea for maybe 2 weeks?
$100 gold each.
He looks over at Vakta and is kind of like,
Do that.
All right. And do you have some men that you sailed with previously here now?
Well, these 3, and he points to 3 people that Vakta were talking to, I've worked with, but none of my crew made it. I barely made it off the ship myself. I went down with it, and these giant crab-like creatures dragged the crew away.
Yeah, we killed them. It's fine. Vakta, how many people did Batsu say he could bring that know how to sail? You're muted.
No, I'm not.
Not anymore.
I was never muted before.
Your mouth moved and nothing came through.
She was just fucking with you.
Probably.
You're doing it again.
Yeah, no, that one was fun. That one was me just not saying anything. So I'm sorry. Vakta shrugs and she's just no idea. I don't know. You think I pay attention when Batsu talks? I pay attention when it. No.
Okay, well. We're going to go and see if our companions are ready to go. We may tentatively need 2 more people if you can find some for us.
Well, so Vakta found all that you would need.
Oh, okay. So,
I'm a good queen.
all right. Well, we'll take the 3 that you selected plus 2 others. I don't know. Vakta, pick 2 of your people.
Who's got the most experience? And she's just like, hey. But you're not better than A, because I've got a nat 20, and Melissa's tired and should really go to bed.
I'm gonna end it soon. Don't worry.
I'm just like, eh. But Vakta's eloquent, as she can be when she was trying to persuade her way.
Yeah, so you gather all your people up and you go meet with Batsu.
My face still all fucked up.
Nope. Like,
All right.
right now it's not.
Batsu, you finished pissing?
Yeah.
All right.
We're at Vakta's house right now, right?
Yes.
All right. Anyone there?
No.
Not quite ready. Need to find Chodo. I want him with us on this.
Don't shoot him this time, so long as he keeps his mouth shut.
So you guys are
No
gonna
blowing holes in my ship.
You guys are gonna have a hard time fitting 5 crew, a captain, 4, 5, 6 party members on this ship. I don't think you're gonna be able to bring Chodo on this one, man.
Okay, God. Well, I still need to find him, or at least someone from the group.
I mean, if you go out and search, I mean, you can see him around the town, no problem.
Yeah, I'm gonna go hunt him down before we go.
While he's doing that, Cliff Vardra's just going to stop by the blacksmith to see if the milleration things that he asked him for already.
I'm getting extra bottles of wine
Did you?
to hide.
You never paid for any of the additional ones, did you?
He told him that he'll be getting them from the treasury.
I owe you.
So that'll be $8,000. You want me to subtract out of the treasury then?
Yes.
Okay.
God.
That's for 2 upgrades worth, right?
Oh no! If it was 2 upgrades worth, it would be 8 plus 6 would be $14,000.
Fine.
Okay. Yeah. So as you go there, he has everything ready for you, and he has like this harness now. Instead of it being like attached directly to the armor, there's like these 2 separate harnesses that you put on underneath your armor.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, it's over there. That's all you. I'm not gonna pick that up again.
Yeah, he grabs it. He starts like loading up between his bag and Asha's bag, and he's gonna go back to the meeting place for everyone else.
Yeah, like you can't even pick up both of them at once. Like it had to be a one at a time type thing.
Yep.
Yep. So you got that taken care of. Vakta and Grimble, you guys got the extra alcohol and everything gathered. They brought the cart up that that Ricard had, and they're like loading the back of the cart up with like these barrels of alcohol and rations. still has kind of a faint scent of decay on it.
Oh.
And Batsu, you're able to round up the crew that's there. So you got Chodo, Dante, and I can never remember the third guy's name because we never use him.
Shinu.
Yeah, Shinu, him, that guy.
That's good. It's supposed to be like that. What's that guy's name again?
Exactly. Be likable, but not memorable.
All right.
Yep. So you got everybody gathered up.
All right. We're going to be setting sail to middle of the fucking ocean, and we're gonna go scuba diving to the ocean floor to find an artifact. I don't think anyone's thought this through, but we're fucking going.
I'm sorry, you want me to do what?
You're not there.
Yeah. But I'm pretty sure someone said that.
It was Chodo, still imitating the dwarf. You just hear from the other side of the city. I heard that.
There's like a rain of shot just like arcing over the town.
So Dante's like, I don't know, man. Doesn't sound like a good idea to me.
No, it's a horrible idea.
Then why are you doing it?
I'm making things work here. You.
Chodo looks over at Dante. He's like, I call dibs on his stuff when he dies.
Damn.
I'm pretty sure Chodo's told you we got plans for us to have a whole hall built into the sewers. Things are moving along. This is just something that I need to go do. And I know he's young. I don't want anyone giving him shit, but Chodo, whenever I'm gone, he's in charge. No one can find him. Next is Megami. And if something happens to Megami, then I'm coming back and I'm fucking unleashing hell on all of you. But listen to him. Keep going out, doing your jobs. Everyone, we gotta put in money from our jobs to help the town, at least to get it bigger. Once we start, we actually have our hall underground and we're getting jobs regularly where we can send out new recruits. Then we'll start pulling in more money for us. But for right now, everyone's getting 10% from any job we do. The rest goes to the treasury.
That's the worst cut we've ever had.
Yeah, it's temporary.
All right. Whatever you say, man.
And who is it? 1, 2, 3. I'm giving each of them 100 gold.
Chodo
Make
bites
sure-
it like he don't trust you.
I hate Chodo. I love Chodo. I hate Chodo.
Chodo's good with the person that's in charge of Vardrock leaves. If you guys need anything, go through him to get to him. And I have no idea when I'm gonna be back. If there's anything that Chodo can't decide on or Megami, then have them message me and I'll make the call. But
All right, boss. Whatever you say.
I think I'm leaving now, so don't set the town on fire, I guess.
Don't expect a hug. What are you waiting for?
Yeah, he's already walking away as he said that.
Yeah, so you guys pack up, you guys get on your horses, and the crew, they take some of the horses. One of them rides in the wagon, and you guys head off Where do you guys plan on docking at?
From what the queen gave us, like, where is like the optimal place to, I guess, like, to get us pointed in the right direction for where we need to go?
I mean, really, you could go anywhere. I mean, you guys, the closest would probably be if you just went straight. Well, the closest would be probably Sea Bluff, if you want to deal with that. After that, the closest would probably be going just due east until you hit the ocean.
All right.
Or you could take the path down past Durian, and there's that there. I mean, you're on a fucking, island.
Yeah.
Every direction is like equal to the water except for north.
All right.
Yes, I think closest is still Sea Bluff.
The Mend, like the tear right there.
Well,
Doesn't
yeah,
matter
well,
about
but I
teeth.
mean, in that area, it's actually pretty steep. It's kind of a gorge that is carved in. That's why, Batsu wouldn't remember this, but Divian would remember that when you guys set sail through there, I said that there was like the walls on either side when you guys were sailing through.
All right. Well, there's not really a path east. We'd have to go through a whole bunch of woods and everything. Sea Bluff, no more lava. We're done with lava.
Thank you.
So,
I think that Vakta's like come accustomed to it though.
No more.
I am adapting.
I fell in it once, and then I watched my husband fall in it, and I panicked.
I got burned too.
hey, I can see this map.
Yeah, so the area to the west of Durian, or like I said, or due east, like if you go north, you can go take that path up to the right. There is a path that leads out that way. You guys have never been that way though.
If we go that way, would it take us around the area where we saw Donovan last?
That was yeah. It would be near there, yeah.
Okay, so we'll go that way because I want to check on him on the way. Just to make sure. He probably just slept through it, but Vardrak is panicky.
No, Vakta's also worried about him not showing up because he specifically said that he would be there.
Yep.
All right, and before we close it tonight, I need all four of you guys to give me a D20 roll.
You have two.
Oh!
No.
You guys did great.
Well,
All right.
fucking rode for me.
God
You
damn it, Chodo.
probably shouldn't have let him do that.
Fucking kid.
So with that being said, we're gonna call it for the night. Thank you everybody that popped in here. I appreciate all's y'all's. Thank you to there's a lot of stuff going on here. Thanks to John and Melissa for the resubs. I appreciate it. Thank you to the Gaming Nomad, the Bookman, Aniku, JD Star, Azra Scorpion, and Kino. Oh, Kino, I'm gonna butcher that name, so we're just gonna go with Kino. Thank you all for the follows. Grinch, Zach, Azra, thank you all for the raids and the hosts. I appreciate you guys. You're here for the ending. Play forth. What's going on, man? Thank you for making it. I appreciate you guys stopping out here. For everybody who's new, we do this every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 5 p.m. Pacific. So come hang out. I'm trying to get more games together, so if you're interested in joining a game, you can fill out this little form here, and I will be reaching out to you, and we might be able to get something going that way. And the last thing I'm going to do here is I always like to raid out at the end of my streams so we can find someone else to leave you guys with that you might enjoy. Maybe, possibly, there is a chance that it'll be entertaining for you. Or it's possible that it'll be a bunch of people sitting around that look at their force into playing Dungeons & Dragons. That's also a possibility.
Oddly specific.
I'd rather it not be that one, but shit happens.
I need to find them again.
Ooh, oh god damn it, it's a rerun. I'm about to say, ooh, Encounter Roleplay still up, but they're not. So, we're gonna go with these dudes here. Someone sent me a message. What is that? Forced. Yeah, I don't understand, but yeah, that it was not pretty. So these people look like they're having fun. They got pretty graphics on the screen. Hopefully you guys will like them. And if you don't, I'm sorry. Come back next week because we're still here and we'll be doing it. And you like us because you're still here. So thank you guys. Have a beautiful night. Anybody else got anything to say before I close it out?
Bye.
Bye. We love you guys.
That's nice. Oh yeah, and thanks to Jake for joining us.
Yeah,
Hey!
All right, see you guys.
Bye.